Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. Killer on the road. Yeah, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Do, 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 do. There's a killer on the road. We're screaming like a snow. They go down the dance. Let the children play. If you throw the party down, just take killer on the road. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Oh yeah. Hey Caroline, how you doing? You partying tonight? Let's see here. You want to come up tonight and party with us? I was just thinking about you for some reason. Isn't that weird? Let's see here. I'll put this on here. I'm going to get a glass of water. There we go. How's it going? I was watching TV. I was reading a little bit. We get a big glass of water. I meant to get some of that Topo Chichi water, whatever they call it. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Yeah, I don't have any water. Damn, get to get some bottled water. Dang it. I forgot to get the bottled water. I forgot the killer. Hang on while I try and find the water. May have to drink tap water, which I will do. Then I reverse to it. I start that StreamYard a little time early because it takes a while for people to see it. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. All right, how you guys doing? Let's party. Riding. Hey, Daffy. Oh, yeah, I'm a little late. Story of my life. Well, you like that, huh? I was watching some Forensic Files. I've watched those like so many times. I just keep watching them over and over. No Till Lover. I love that song. Chicago. That is an excellent song. Happy Man. I like that too. I bet I played it a million times. I wore CDs out of that, Chicago's. I love that song. Too Late Baby, Carole King. No Till Lover is a great song. They hardly ever play it. Isn't that weird? Same with Jim Croce's songs, although they complained his songs were too long. Harry Chapin had the same problem. I used to like Cat Stevens, but I'm a little like not both feet in on him because he was a terrorist supporter. You remember when they kicked him off an airplane in Boston? Motherfucker sympathized with Ayatollah Khomeini. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I love Forensic File. Peter Thomas, he was a great commentator. He died quite a while ago. No, I'm the same way. No Child Lover's a great song. I like Strange Way by Firefall. I love Ambrosia. Let's see, who else? I'll tell you, I love some of the early Elton John stuff. I love those like ballads. I love Harry Chapin, Taxi. I love Phoebe Snow. Why she was never, I think it's because she was a little heavy. And I hate to say it, but people, I thought she was black. She was not. She was Jewish. I love Phoebe Snow. She quit her career to take care of a handicapped daughter. They're both dead. Sad. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
How you feeling?
Oh, shit, Tom. I'm drunk.
That's all right.
I know. I went out. Oh my God. I don't go out that much, but I just had too many margaritas tonight.
You took full advantage of it.
I did, Tom, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm telling you, if you watch those Bukowski interviews,
Yep.
watch the ones where he talks about drinking and how it saved his life. And if alcohol wasn't around, he'd have committed suicide 40 years ago.
Well, yeah, I don't go out that much. And what was so funny is I went out with my sister and her husband, and they got in a big fight. And I told my sister, I said, just go. I'll take an Uber home. And so they left, and I had a couple more.
No,
And then I took an Uber
yeah, good for
home. Yeah.
Did you appreciate your solitude?
Oh God, Tom, I am so glad I am not married in a relationship. I mean, I am you and I are so much alike because I mean, we don't want to deal with that fucking bullshit.
No, we got a good bite of the apple with the good old days.
Oh yeah.
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 Yep.
Yep. No, I am so glad that I don't have to deal with that bullshit.
Me either.
Ugh.
We'll be dead before we know it.
Oh God, I know.
All the young people listening, we hate to taint your image of the golden years, but here you have it.
Yep. Yep.
Mr. Corvette, Superman's Cape. Were you a Jim Croce fan, Stephanie?
Oh God, I can't even remember his songs.
Time in a Bottle, Leroy Brown.
Oh yeah, Time in a Bottle. I remember that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, his songs were long, and that's why they didn't get that much airplay. You know who doesn't get any airplay, and I can't figure it out because it's the best doctor's office elevator music there is, and that's Brad, David Gates.
Oh, Brad. Yeah.
You hardly ever hear that, and I don't know why, because those songs aren't that long. I wonder what happened there.
Oh my God, that's right.
Great song. And you know who else too? Paul Davis.
Oh yeah.
He got stabbed one time in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah, he died of a heart attack. You know, a lot of those old guys that were popular then, cocaine use. Crazy amounts of it, like all the time for years.
Oh wow.
Like 100,000 a year, that kind of shit.
Yep.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Rick Nelson, did you like him? Yeah, Paul Davis, good.
Yep.
Rick Nelson.
Yeah.
What a head of hair, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
He never struck me as having a full deck though. Like he always seemed a little like, I don't want to say dumb, but just kind of slow. And I like Gordon Lightfoot. Beautiful is a great song.
Oh
I don't like
yeah.
most of the other stuff. I wasn't a Jimmy Buffett fan at all. That song "Come Monday," I like that one. That's about it. I don't care for the Margarita songs. Cool Night's an excellent song. That's what actually got him on the map. And "I Go Crazy" is a super good song. That's an excellent song too. He's a hell of a nice guy too. You know, if you look on YouTube, you'll find old midnight specials with Wolfman Jack. Actually, Rick Nelson introduces Paul Davis. He says he looks like one of the Allman Brothers, and then he starts playing. I think it's "I Go Crazy." Excellent song. Do you remember that song, Stephanie? "I Go Crazy"?
That was a good song. Yeah.
It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Too bad he wouldn't have lived longer. He'd have realized what a crock of shit all of it was.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What I mean, you're young. Isn't that funny how these songs are so geared towards love and breaking up? And
Yeah.
how about Air Supply?
Um,
"Lost Without Your Love"? Do I remember them?
I don't know if I can remember that.
Maybe this will help. They sounded like they were gay. Yeah, they were good. How about that? What's that? Spandau Ballet. You can't tell me those guys weren't blowing each other. You remember that song?
Ooh.
Spandau Ballet? What's the name of that song? Caroline will know. She likes Paul Davis and all that. Spandau Ballet. "This Much Is True." Is that the name of it? That was good too. It's good. I liked watching it. Ace. Good. Yeah, "How Long." I got in a fight one time right after that ended at an A&W. Shut up, Daisy. Well, I was dating this girl. This guy got mad at me and came up and grabbed my neck.
My God.
Isn't that weird how I believe it? Shut up, Daisy. How I remember that. And "How Long" was playing on the radio. I had a 1974 LTD. Get lost, Daisy. I'm giving this dog 5 treats and she's wanting another one. No, sit down, beat it. She doesn't want to eat her food. She gets so many treats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Yeah, I liked the remake of "I Only Have Eyes for You" by Art Garfunkel.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. He had the better voice, but Paul Simon was all the talent. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's on. Yeah, you're right. It's on the Molly Ringwald, Woody. Well, you know, now there's a person. We talk about looks and stuff and that kind of stuff. Molly Ringwald didn't really age very well, I didn't think. I thought she was such a cute, pretty, like all-American girl when she was young.
Oh yeah, I loved her movies.
Yeah. But it's like when she got older, it's just, I don't know. It's weird how that works out. We were talking about that earlier today on the live when I was driving. You know, people that kind of lost their looks, like Joe Rogan's an example.
Yep.
The other guy, the guy from Wham, George Michael.
George
I
Michael,
thought he looked
yeah.
kind of strange toward the end.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, you don't like, you know, I guess those, you know, those good songs. I did go see John Denver a couple times when I was young. I mean, I liked a couple of them. I usually had girlfriends that wanted to go see him, but it was a good concert. This is how old it was. The Olympia, where I watched him in Detroit, that's been torn down for years. And you know what the concert was when he was singing? Slides. They'd show slides of like Colorado as he was singing.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I mean, none of this, you know, stuff they have now. No movies, no like fog on the stage, none of that. His real name was John Dusseldorf. Alcohol got him. Alcohol wrecked his life.
Oh yeah.
He was a wife beater, you know. Took a chainsaw one time and cut the bed in half.
Who?
John Denver.
Really?
Yeah. He chased Annie around the Colorado house with a chainsaw and ended up cutting the bed in half. Who's that?
Wow.
Elton John. Oh, is he an alcoholic? I didn't realize that. I didn't know that. He's really aged too, but he, you know, Elton John was never good looking.
No, he was homely.
Yeah. Nice guy. I thought he was a great singer. If it wouldn't have been for Bernie Taupin, you'd have never heard of him. He wrote all the good songs. And Bernie Taupin married the girl he wrote the song about, Tiny Dancer. And of course, he wised up and later divorced her. He was probably banging the milkman. Should have wrote a song about that. Sounded so good at the beginning. Who died from liver failure? Who's that? I didn't realize Elton John was an alcoholic. I'll tell you a dicey story. I've been reading a lot about the Doors lately. I didn't really like them when I was young, but I like them as I've gotten older. But, he did dabble with heroin towards the end. But you want to read a mysterious story, and that's the death of Jim Morrison. I mean, if it would have been me or family or something, I'd have definitely wanted that casket open. No one ever saw the body. And, of course, these conspiracy kooks, say he faked his own death. I doubt that. Yeah. Do you think he was but I don't think he was but he had a lot of girlfriends. You know what, though? If you think about it, Caroline, I mean, they made him look good with that. I mean, a Greek guy with blonde hair, come on. But really, if you look back then, when you compare him when he got older, it was a lot of made up, making him look good. Same with Elvis. His hair was dyed black. They did a lot to these people to make this certain kind of image. Same with John Dusseldorf, John Denver. If you look at his hair earlier on before he got famous, it wasn't blonde. He was an alcoholic. Was that liver failure that got him? I thought it was a drug overdose. Might be right on that. No, liver failure, that'll do it. Huh. And some of those old singers. I used to love Midnight Special. You know what's so weird about Midnight Special? I mean, I almost bought the series, all the Midnight Specials. I'm glad I didn't, because it almost looked like when they taped those, for whatever reason, they never thought they'd be reselling them down the road. And if you read the ratings from the DVDs, it's like shitty camera work. Sometimes the sound doesn't work. You don't see the guys singing. I mean, it was just a terrible compilation of the shows on DVD. And if you look them up, they get shitty ratings. So I never got them. But I used to love the Midnight Special. I thought it was great. Yep. And Elton John. It's funny how some of those guys, I can remember girls thinking that Joe Rogan was real good looking. Man, he looks like an old, worn out man now. It's surprising what some of these people look like when they were younger.
Oh yeah.
But it obviously helped getting them into. It helps. It does help. They really kind of backed off that with newscasters, though. It's not like it was. Like you have to be that way. Yeah, Don Kirshner's rock concert. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I had a buddy that won the second version of Fear Factor. And he said Joe Rogan was a really cool guy. That was a rig show, too. I don't know if you know this or not, but all the people on Fear Factor were professional models. None of those people were just taken off the street.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. My buddy was. I mean, there was a connection to modeling. I mean, I was with my buddy when the gay casting guy noticed him. We were walking down Rush Street going to get a salad. And the guy, just these flamers, said, "Hey, would you like to be on a reality show?" It's like, about what? It's like, well, Fear Factor, you do things. His name's Chad Harper. And he was out there the next 2 weeks. They were out there 9 days. But everybody on that episode and an episode later on, they had like a reunion show. They all modeled full time. Hey, Jeannie, how you doing? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He won $50,000. They all got the winner. Actually, his was rigged. He was supposed to lose. And they redid it and he won. And they got $50,000. They gave him a 1099. They didn't take any taxes out of it. And he blew it all in 2 months playing Texas Hold'em in Las Vegas.
My God.
Yeah. He was on RuPaul's show one time. And he did a lot of print ads for Walmart, jeans, and Tommy Hilfiger underwear.
Huh.
Yeah. He's a big fat guy now, married to an ex-fat stripper and just got a hair transplant. I'm not shitting you. And they had the most beautiful baby in the world while she was high on cocaine while taking birth control pills. Isn't that funny how life works out? Crazy. You just never know. Yeah. He's living out in Las Vegas now. Anybody I ever knew that moved to Las Vegas left. They got sick of it. Same with downtown Chicago where I lived. I mean, that gets old quick unless you're an alcoholic. The guy I bought my parking spot was an alcoholic, died at 33. Greg Demetrios, good guy, really nice guy. He would drink like 2/5 of liquor a day. Always out partying. He had inherited like $1 million or something, which is enough to party for quite a while. And ended up, he had to sell his parking spot. Every unit didn't come with a parking spot. So I bought his, I had a place. Didn't come with mine either. And they were hard to get at the time. And that guy, really good guy, but he blew all his money and had to sell his parking spot. And he was still living in his condo when he died. Yeah. Greg Demetrio, really good guy. You just never know. Yeah, a lot of those shows are like that. Model. I guess it sells, and they kind of drop that with flight attendants too. Hey Rita, how you doing? They kind of they don't do it with flight attendants anymore either. Because of all this discrimination and all this stuff. Christ, last time I was on an airplane, the flight attendants that were on there, I'm surprised the fucking thing that got off the ground. I mean, these were some jumbos. But you can't do anything about it now. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll tell you where it's not like that, though, on these charter jets, these private jets, these Gulfstreams and these private charter companies. Those women are all like really cute. Crazy. Rita, how you been doing? You been partying a lot? Janie, how's your day going? Carolyn, what's new with you? Anything? Yeah, you look too perfect. That's true. That modeling business is a dirty business. A lot of con jobs in there. Rip off, especially when you see those setups. A lot of those guys did that later on when they got out of modeling. I mean, there's a shelf life for most modeling, unless you're lucky and you get older and you're a guy and you age well. You can do but there's not that much print modeling anymore. It's all on websites and stuff. It's not on billboards and stuff like it used to be. And there's a few guys that model right up until they're in their 60s, but not many. Yeah, I'm trying to think the last time I flew. I can't even tell you when. Where did I go? Yeah. It's a nightmare. It's just too much bullshit. They check through all your shit. And, it's just, I mean, I'm not a germaphobe, but the older I get, man, I don't know about being in these contained things, sitting right next to coughing people for 2.5 hours.
I know.
I mean, you're just asking for it. At least in Walmart, you can step aside and, stand by the olives until they quit coughing or something. But on an airplane, no thanks. I keep threatening to wear a mask, but I just can't seem to get in the habit to do it. Do you do it, Stephanie? Stephanie, do you wear a mask?
I do when I start, when I have a coughing fit, I'll put my mask on, yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, Caroline's never been on a plane or a train. Isn't that something?
Huh.
My dad never was on a plane. Yeah. Yeah, after the bombings, it really was. Although I got some really super cheap tickets to Alaska. I wouldn't have went all of those places. They were so cheap, but I had to come home sometimes. Like I go up, they'd all start out of Anchorage and then you go to the other places. There's sometimes where the way the airfare worked out and the deal, like if I'd have tried to stay there and fly from Anchorage to, let's say, Barrow, would have been like $2,500. But if I came home for a week and started brand new from Chicago to Anchorage to Barrow, it'd be like $212 round trip, shit like that. You could fly super cheap back then. Yeah, I took full advantage of it going to Alaska for about a year. Now, if you look up Alaska, it's like crazy expensive to go there. I mean, there's probably some deal out there someplace, but not mainly. You know, I was looking, you know, like I like going to places where, like when I was down in Florida about a week ago, nice views. But I'm not paying these crazy ass prices. I was going to go down and actually record traffic in Atlanta, which is like legendary. I mean, you wouldn't believe the traffic in Atlanta. I was going to stay at that Westin, you know, just get up early, stay a couple days, eat down at the restaurant and sleep in, read, you know. Yeah, it's like the best deal you can get is like $450 a night. And then I thought last night, maybe I'll go over to Niagara Falls, you know, maybe there's still some snow hanging around. And you can stay at the Embassy Suites, where you can see the Canadian and the American side at the same time. The best views are, of course, suites, which I don't really need. It's just me. And even those $400, $500, $600, like, fuck that. I mean, I'd like to do it, but not for that much. You know what? Yeah, usually interior Alaska is like and way north, like up in the Arctic Circle, Barrow, Fairbanks. They're the one who gets that crazy ass cold. But if you're around Anchorage and stuff and down to the Aleutian Islands, Kodiak, it's no different than Detroit or Chicago. Although Anchorage did get 100 inches of snow about a week and a half ago. I've been everywhere in Montana. I can tell you everywhere to go. Absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you what's happening to those places now. You know, in my life, I started going to the national park as soon as I could, like 70s. You go out there, no big deal, drive all over, get a hotel, $59. It's not like that anymore. Now the hotel, first of all, they're packed. Some of these national parks, you have to get a reservation to go in. And let's say Glacier National Park, which is my favorite in Montana, going to the Sun Road has a very short window. That's part of the reason why so many people there in such a short period, because a lot of times they don't open up till like the first week of June, and they're closing sometimes for the first week of September. And when you go out west now, there's so many people, for whatever reason, I don't know why, go there now compared to the old days, that there's limits. You could be trying to get in the park and they won't let you in because there's too many people in there already. And anywhere near those parks, the hotels are crazy expensive. They just are. And it's not like, oh, I'm tired, let's pull over, let's get a room. It's not like that. You better get a room in advance, a reservation, because it's happened to me more than once. But the worst scenario, I just sleep in my car. I hate doing it. It's a shitty night's sleep. But I've had that happen where, like, you're there, you're tired, you've checked 5 places, and they're all filled. It's like I'm not driving another 200 miles to check in at 3 a.m. and pay $400, you know, that kind of thing. But you really got to plan. But Glacier National Park's beautiful. Yeah, you'd really like it. It's fantastic. Going to the Sun Road's great. Beautiful. Really like it. You ever get out there, Stephanie? You went to Montana, you said, didn't you?
No.
You got to get up there. You went to Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's
Vancouver.
Nice. That's where a lot of the dope comes in.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd think in a place like that they could like check it over better, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I know it.
Yeah, a lot of it comes in there.
Huh. It's crazy.
And I'll probably never go to Mexico again. Have you been to Bahamas, Stephanie?
Yes, I've been to the Bahamas. Mm-hmm.
How'd you like that?
Well, let's see. I went to Paradise Island. I stayed at the Merv Griffin Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay, but I don't know. I liked Hawaii a lot better than the Bahamas.
You did?
I did, yeah.
How'd you like that Hawaii plane ride, though?
Well, it was okay. It was a long flight,
Yeah,
but
you're not kidding.
yeah,
It is beautiful there.
yeah.
Hawaii's expensive too.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it must be like now because everywhere is
Oh, go-
expensive. I mean, you couldn't vacation in Toledo, Ohio now for cheap.
oh, I know. I mean, I went years ago to Hawaii, and I remember taking $1,000, and it went like that.
Yeah,
I
expensive.
ran out of money.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive. In Florida, I mean, there's some, you look online, there's still some pretty good damn deals in Florida. I'm surprised. There's something odd going down there because I don't know why I get on my phone when I'm laying in bed and just look at rates. And Florida's prices should be high as hell right now, and they're not. And I wonder why. I know
Oh.
they're having a high water issue down there now, but I don't think it's related to this. Oh, the Cherokees. Yeah. Nice there, Caroline. Yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. Have you been to Gatlinburg? Gatlinburg, Tennessee? That takes me 4 hours and 20 minutes to get there. I go through there when I cut up to Detroit. Cut through there. Hey Frisky, how you doing? I mean, it's a beautiful area, that Cherokee Casino. Have you been to that Cherokee Casino, Caroline? Excuse me. That's good. Oh, Fort Liberty, they did. Oh, okay. Did you grow up out there, Caroline? Yeah, I think, but traveling's expensive now. Although you can get now. I have friends that live up in Traverse City, and they just got these direct flights, which is like insane. Traverse City that's up near where Mary lives. They got like round trip tickets, direct flights from this little town in Michigan to Orlando for like $212 a piece. That's like cheap. Allegiance Air, Legion Air, Allegiance, something like that. I think that's a good deal. I do. We're getting down to freezing tonight.
Really?
Oh, you haven't been there to the Cosenza casinos? That's a nice casino. Marty's brother goes all the time. So does Marty. Oh, the mule days. Oh, okay. That'd be fun. Mules are intelligent. I like that. Oh, you've been to Cherokee many times. Okay. Now, you're not talking about the same Cherokee that Caroline is, are you? Oh, they changed the name. They did that to Mount McKinley, too. They changed the name of that. They did it to Barrow, Alaska, too, and they did it to Kodiak, Alaska, too. They changed the names. They went back to like original indigenous names no one can pronounce. Yeah. Barrow's interesting. It's as far north as you can go on top of the world in the United States. Maybe the world. I'm not sure. Maybe the world. There may be some like Mongolia, maybe higher, some places like that. I'm not sure, but up in top of the Arctic Circle. Yeah. Oh, the only one in Cherokee, North Carolina. Oh, okay. That's a beautiful area. They just got some major flooding there. I was going to go up there and record it, but I was afraid I'd get stuck up there. Or even right now, like you go through, the mountains up there get 8 feet of snow in the winter. Gatlinburg averages 9. And you never know when you're going to get snowed in up there. Just not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, they closed the whole park, 441, going through there for the whole week. Yeah. That's what I think, Frisky. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, it was busy. Seriously. You see any girls working down there? You ever go over to the casino over in Windsor? It's a lot nicer, but you got to go through all that bullshit. God knows what they make you go through now. I don't know if you need a passport or not. I'll tell you that area though, Cherokee, Gatlinburg, you'll never meet a more complaints in the country from hotels ripping people off with fake rates, and look at the ratings at those places. There's like 50% extra charges added on to the published rate. It's like one of the worst scams out there, Gatlinburg area. Oh, were there really? No kidding. That's interesting. See, now I was under the impression that the scroll really, was down to nothing, and that there wasn't much activity there. You sure they were like prostitutes, and not just women walking around? Huh. Well, that's good, I guess. It's an interesting place, Michigan Avenue. Kind of where I go in Augusta's like that. Not to that extent, but Washington Avenue. So it reminds me a lot of Michigan Avenue, except the traffic is much faster. There's a lot more, there's a lot of better places to go. Right around Livernois, no kidding. See, Livernois is usually too far east. It's west of Livernois where you get into the action. Huh, that's interesting. Huh. Did you see like a lot of cops with people pulled over and stuff? We're going to get down to 32, I guess, tonight. Put some extra bird food out. I don't know how these small birds live if somebody doesn't feed them. I mean, they obviously do. But what the hell do you eat when, everything's dead from the winter and there's no bugs flying around? I mean, what do they eat? Anybody have any idea? These books say bugs and stuff. From where? It's cold out. It's winter. Shit, no wonder they migrate. But sometimes these birds make mistakes and they come back too soon. Oh, they're getting snowy. I really miss the snow. I was looking up last night, next year I'm going to travel to a blizzard. Probably go to one of the Dakotas. I like where I can get a hotel room, just like anything. Super 8, Motel 6, I don't care where it is. Any hotel I can get where I can lay in bed and watch the traffic like go slow in a blizzard. I don't know why it interests me, but just drink some dragon's milks and look out the window. Oh, they eat out of dumpsters. They do that. It's true. But we don't have too many dumpsters around here, believe it or not. They have what they call community county dumpsters. We don't do it. My buddy owns a factory, so he takes it most of the time. And if he's out of town, he's been gone for like 5 days. And I'll take it up there and dump it in one of their things. So it's not an issue here. Oh, you had birds eat your dog's food? Oh, really? No kidding. Huh. Yeah, I switched the vulture's diet from hot dogs to hamburger. Bought them a couple pounds of hamburger. They liked it a lot better, too. They eat the hell out of it, too. Now, today they didn't because I took off and went to Augusta and checked out a new bookstore, got something to eat. But they really eat the hell out of that hamburger. They laid one egg. I don't even think I'm going to go back in there. I'm happy to see they came back. Those birds will scope out an area for 2 months, checking out where they were planning on laying eggs to make sure nothing's going in and out of there at night. And they say they get spooked easily, like if they see activity they don't like. And I went in there last year, as you guys know, but I was careful about it as I could, but I wanted to document them laying those eggs and raising those chicks, which I did do. So there's no reason to do it this year. But I would always talk before I get there, so I'm not spooking them. And you can hear them rustling around. They get out, fly out the back, and sit up in a tree. And there is an egg. I took a little video the other day. There should be a second egg. Those birds only weigh about 5 pounds, and those eggs have got to weigh 1.5 pounds. I mean, that's a big deal flying around with that egg in your body, let alone 2. Yeah, they have survived some way. Yeah, you're right. Oh, you prefer mountains to the beach? Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I wouldn't want to live in the mountains, though, I'll tell you that. Any of them. I've been to all of them. Hawaii, Alaska, Mexico, United States, Canada. It robs you out of too much daylight. And if you have a winter like you do, like let's say in the Appalachians in southeast Kentucky, you get a 1/2 inch of snow and like you can't go anywhere for 2 days. All sorts of pile-ups, bullshit, schools closed. It takes forever to get anywhere. You just get robbed out of too much daylight. Now, if I was on the tippy top of a mountain, probably be different. But I'll tell you where else is like that, living in downtown Chicago. those skyscrapers. In the wintertime, you don't get that much daylight. Yeah, the sun comes up and goes down, but those big tall buildings, it's not, they block a lot of light. It's kind of dark all the time. If you're not there at high noon, which is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the summertime, in the wintertime, and that sun's straight above, you're not getting any sunlight. It's like dark because of those skyscrapers. New York too. Oh, the foothills. Okay. What are those supposed to be? Just like mini mountains? Oh, Brighton? Oh, okay. Brighton's nice. What are you going to go skiing up there? Hey, Cindy. I joined a ski club in college. Actually, you got credits for it. Ski thing. We went to Brighton. That's where we go. Ridge Runners. Hey, Susie. Just you, Susie. I guess I'm going to have to block you under a different name again, huh, hon? Hey, Rita, get rid of this stupid Susie, will you? She comes on with different names all the time. I can't block her that easy because I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on StreamYard. But Caroline or somebody, would you block her on YouTube? Get out of here, you low-life tramp. You're not invited anywhere. That's why you don't know anything about parties. Now beat it. Weirdo. Quit changing names. Get lost. Loser. Coming on chats where you don't like. Nothing else to do. There's one stalker down. Now beat it, loser. Oh, a funeral. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Nah, that's okay. Oh, the ascent to the mountains. Oh, all right. Okay. You know, for some reason, not Montana so much, but Alaska for sure, and Washington. A lot of white trash living around mountains for some reason. I don't know why. You know, just like ghetto. Crazy. Oh, Ridge Runners. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I think they're cool. I just wouldn't want to live there. You know, too much like problems. And it's not like, you know, you don't have, like, a lot of them don't like have. Another thing too, like in a lot of these mountain places, no shoulders to the road. You know, I like pulling over and take photos. You can forget that through Kentucky. I mean, in the east side of Kentucky. There's a lot of places like that. Hey, Orias, how you doing? Just can't, there's no shoulders. And all those towns are dead, like in the old coal mining regions. Like you can't even like get a lunch there. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Can't even get a lunch there. We talk about anything. When Mark Kropka comes up, we usually talk a lot about homosexuality. I'm sensitive to him and his other lifestyle he hides. Yeah, they are unique. Yeah, they sure are, especially in Southeast Kentucky. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's cool. I never spent that much time. I mean, now I do, South Carolina. But you want to come up, Mark, talk? Yeah, we can talk about it for a little while. Yeah, there is big time, especially Southeast Kentucky. Yeah. I was just looking last night for the hell of it. I was going to go on a photography trip. You know where there's real heavy-duty poverty? Right around that Florida-Georgia line. Both sides, Florida and Georgia. I wonder why that is. Like south of Valdosta. Hey, Leah, how you doing? Wonder what's the deal. My guess would be no big cities, not many jobs, but I don't know that for sure. You know? But they're really like poverty. And down in southern Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky is an example. And then you go east. I like Kentucky. I just not that area that much. I love Lexington. I would consider living in Lexington. Beautiful. I mean, I know they say they exploit animals and race horses and all that, but you won't find a prettier spring in your life. than Kentucky in the spring. The horses being let out and on those farms and those beautiful fences for as far as the eye can see. I've been everywhere in Mississippi. I've been everywhere, all over. You know, I know that. Like Tunica was one of the brokest counties in the state before the casinos. I've been everywhere in Mississippi, and it isn't as much. I guess it is, but it isn't as noticeable as you think it would be. You know, Southern Indiana, like Anderson or Andersonville, I forget which one it is. Crazy poverty. Yeah. Look at Detroit. You know. Yeah, Mississippi. I love Mississippi, the Delta. Love the towns. I was just in Natchez over the summer. I like Natchez. I love Tunica. I love the whole Mississippi Delta. I don't really like Jackson, those places. Biloxi, even along the water. It's crappy. I don't like New Orleans, Baton Rouge. You can keep that whole state. Hope I never go there again. Yeah, they are struggling real bad. They always have. You know, there are insurance companies that and Alabama, the only two states they would not write insurance in, Mississippi and Alabama. Hey, LA, how you doing? Isn't that something? It's crazy. Yeah, it really is getting worse, too. I ran into a guy today who was like emptying garbage at the gas station when I went and got a lunch. And he said he was retired 3 years, and with the price of things going up, he had to go back and get a job. It's just the way it is nowadays. And he hates working there. That's nuts, isn't it? Yeah, all over the world. Rita, you look at the difference of like the cost living in Florida from when you got there. You've been living in that house how long now, Rita? Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it's bad. It's just a different economy. Our day in the sun is over. It's happened other places as well. The old U.S., the standard of living our parents had, it's not happening here. Excuse me. I caught the tail end of the good days. No, Daisy, no. Tail end of the good old days. Here's Ron Jeremy. Hey, Ron. What's going on?
Ron Jeremy's getting implants.
Yeah, when you getting them?
Well, they pulled these 6 right here. This is all I had left.
Shut up, Daisy. Wow.
They pulled this 6 right here, and that's gone now. So I go back in August. August 12th is when they start the implants.
You're getting actual implants.
Yes. Yep. You put them in, and they stay in. They stay in. Once they're in, they stay in. They don't come out. They're permanent.
Now, what kind of, I mean, this is just surprising to me. Get out of here, Daisy. No.
Because they told me because I told him I need an upper and a bottom, and that's when he said that he recommended the implants, because he said,
yeah, they do, but they're crazy expensive. Like even Medicare and Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah.
They'll only pay for extractions and dentures.
Well, I have Medicare Part A and Part B, in which Medicare Part A and B that I get because I'm on disability only pays for hospital visits. So I got this now, Aetna, and it's a supplemental healthcare.
And they'll pay for implants?
They'll pay for, it's an Advantage plan, and they pay for the whole ball of wax.
Yeah, but that's a help.
Now, isn't it like $5,000 a tooth?
I don't know what it is.
1,500 to 2,000. I think it is.
Yeah.
Good, congratulations.
Yeah. So, and the reason why it's going to take so long is because. So I go in.
Yeah,
so
healing.
So I go in August 12th. I have like 5 more appointments after that, and hopefully by February I'll have them by February 14th is when I'm going to have them by then. Because in January the insurance will pay again in January. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's such a long waiting period to get them.
Right. You know, I'd be willing to pay for platinum in the front.
Yeah.
Or gold.
But yeah. I'm looking for it.
Nice.
It's going to look so much better when it's done. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Those
You
are
know what? You know what they? Well, you know what the procedure is, right? You know what they do, right?
Well, I
Yeah,
think I mean, yeah,
They
I guess I
they
do.
they,
But-
they put
Yeah.
screws into your
Right.
into your bone into your they you know what I mean screw that in.
Yeah, but I know one thing that I read an article, and this is just one article, doesn't mean shit. But there's a big issue with extra dental hygiene once you get implants because you
Mhm.
don't want them getting infected, and it's an extra regimen, and I'm not sure what that entails.
He told me the people have a lot of issues with just regular dentures because a lot of times they don't stay in their mouth or they'll
Well, I know, yeah, I know that, but I'm talking about implants.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But you got to like brush your teeth a lot when you get them.
Well, you still got to take care of them. I mean, you still got to, you know, I mean, you still got to, you know, I mean.
Yeah,
he
but
said-
you're really taking care of your gums, not the teeth, because the teeth
Right.
are fake.
But he said this will last me another, 20 or 30
Always
years.
Brush your teeth.
So
So when do you get them? I missed that
February.
part.
well, I start the implants August 12th. Once this is healed up, this takes 6 months to heal. It's all
Right.
to heal up. So then I go in August 12th. That's when they'll start the implants, get that all ready, and then I got to wait another 6 months.
Good for
So
you.
I'm hoping by mid February I'll have them in my mouth. Mid February.
Get the real super white ones so they look like super fake.
Yeah.
You know how they match
You'll
your
have
teeth
a
like
Hollywood smile.
Then I'll look like $1 million.
you will. Yeah. Mark, what's your girlfriend
You fall, Mark,
give you a
again?
good one in the head?
Mark is someone.
Yeah, no, it's since the accident. It's been thin spot in my forehead, and I
Really?
wear my sunglasses up there, and it rubs and it opens it again.
That's
Same
weird.
with on my nose too. Ever since
You
I
sure
had the
that's
car
not
accident.
skin cancer?
I'm pretty sure.
I'd have it checked. I would, because that's what it looks like.
Oh.
Seriously, I've had it.
It's a worn. Yeah, I know you had, but I don't think so. It's just a wound.
Okay.
When was that? The
I got my
accident-
doctor to look at it, but
That was over a year ago. I don't understand why it's still.
because I keep
No.
opening it, I guess. I don't know. I wear my glasses up there a lot, and it rubs it.
How come it's not rubbing the other side?
I don't know. Just thin on that side, I guess. Same with on my nose too. I got a worn spot on my nose because I was wearing glasses when the accident happened, and I could put my face right into the steering wheel.
You had your seatbelt on?
Yeah,
See, that shouldn't have happened.
I know.
Did the seatbelt fail?
No, it must have. Yeah, it must have.
Do you scratch your forehead a lot? Do you scratch your, or you just?
No, not out of the ordinary.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have thought. I would have thought. At first, I thought you
It,
felt.
it looks worse than it is on the camera.
Yeah, it does.
It
right.
looks like a gaping wound right now.
Yeah,
Now
right.
that I look at it, and it's not. It's a scratch.
Yeah. Be glad it isn't on your lip.
Yeah. No shit. Hey, girls.
How's your chat's been going? Good?
How's my what going?
Your chat's been going, your lives.
Good. Everything's good. Yeah.
Have they been canceling your songs?
Well, they after 2.5 hours, they usually give me a cutoff warning
Oh,
where
okay.
they cut me off, and then I stop the music, and
Yeah.
they put me back on 2 minutes later,
Oh,
and then I have to play non-copyright
Hey,
music.
Mary. Gotcha.
But it's
Your, vid-
the
Tom,
same.
your videos go up the same day, right, Tom?
My what?
So if you did an interview today, would
Yeah.
it go up today or would it be tomorrow? Would it go up?
Well, I mean, I upload them, right? And I get a super fast connection. So I try to upload them as soon as I get home.
Oh, okay.
But like, take for an example, when I got to Florida, I had a weak internet connection down there.
Yeah.
So I just saved everything on an external hard drive.
Yeah.
Got home and over a week uploaded them.
Mhm.
I noticed YouTube's gotten slower on uploads in the last couple years. You know, the bottleneck is YouTube speed, not mine. If their speed was as fast as mine, that's why sometimes it doesn't pay if you're concerned about YouTube in getting that super fast speed, because the bottleneck is YouTube upload speeds. So you're paying for like you're zipping through everything on the internet until you get to uploading videos, and you're wondering why. That's why they've got to throttle down, especially 4K. What'll happen on a video, a digital video? It'll first go to 380, then it'll go to 780, then it'll go to 1080, 760, 1080, and then it takes like 5 or 6 hours before it's actually 4K. I try not to do 4K. I do it when I do interviews, but it just takes too long. It's not worth it.
Debbie needs a cuddle buddy.
She does?
Debbie needs a cuddle buddy, Tom.
Oh. Wait till you get your new teeth in. You guys that'll be taking up most of your time cuddling.
Yeah, right.
No, I didn't. So have you ever heard of that now?
Yeah.
Are you surprised that? I didn't know.
It's shocking to me, actually.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Yeah, because every country, like I think Canada's got a little problem with that dental stuff, don't you, Mark?
Now they're going to start paying for under 21 and seniors.
But it used to be like no coverage, didn't it?
And then
No coverage at all.
In the UK, it's not only is there no coverage,
and plus in this card, I get $180 a month on this card. This fills up every month $180 for groceries too. I get that as well.
you. Shit, yeah.
I get that on top of that.
Way to go.
Wow.
But keep in
You
mind,
might want to consider.
put your
You
health.
might want to consider going transgender. You get some more. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Mine with the advantage plan. So
But hey, but the nice thing about it, I don't have to deal with toothaches anymore. I don't have to deal with none of that bullshit.
No, toothaches. You want to be, you want to keep an eye on. You might want to ask your dentist about that next time, whether or not, because of this issue, you should be on an antibiotic all the time up until the implants, because you do not want that inflammation from your mouth.
Yeah.
It just killed a 27-year-old ex-NFL football player in Tampa in a construction accident. And
Really?
Dental hygiene. That inflammation from your mouth is systemic. Gets into your heart, and similar to like endocarditis, myocarditis, that
What
kind
do
of thing.
you mean? What do you mean?
Well, you say you got like irritation around your gums, which a lot of people have,
Yeah.
and that creates bacteria. And
Right.
that bacteria gets absorbed into your bloodstream,
Uh-huh.
and it moves on to other parts of your body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I would ask your dentist. It's worth asking the question, like, up until then, should you be on an antibiotic? But, maybe there's no healing left now.
Yeah.
And they said with no teeth, they don't have to worry about it.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
They were going to give it to them, and they decided to pull the teeth. They said, no, we don't.
Yeah, you're right about that, Crystal. Yeah.
They put the medicine there.
With
so-
drinking and smoking. Yeah, as it turns out, smoking is very difficult on teeth. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, I got them pulled 5 days ago.
You got to quit smoking.
Are you thinking of quitting, Chris?
Might as well.
It's hard.
I'm going to.
It's easy.
First, I'm going to cut back, and then I'm going to stop.
Good for you. What brought this on?
I turn 60 next week.
Wow, 60.
You're just a baby.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Do you notice like shortness of breath at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I
you
have
got,
COPD.
you got 5 more years of retirement. 5 more years, you'll be 65.
He doesn't have to do that there.
This country is
When you
different
plan
than-
on drawing Social Security, Mark?
He's Canada.
Yeah, they're in Canada.
I'm in Canada.
Well, what do you
You're
mean?
not in the U.S.
So you don't have Social Security there?
Not our time.
Yeah, we have something called Canada Pension that we get when we're 65.
Oh,
Oh, so you can't take it early?
No.
Okay.
well, when can you
Unless
take it?
you're disabled or something like that.
Now, Crystal
when-
says lymphatic massages. I mean,
When can you take it then?
65.
So you can take it at 65, Mark?
you can take it. No, he can't.
No. Then when can you?
It's 65.
At 65, I'm eligible.
Eligible. Wow.
Yeah, be careful for that, Mary. It's not good like it used to be.
What do you live on now? You live on? You live on?
He owned his own company and sold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mark's got more money than all of us put together.
He wishes.
I wish.
Yeah, I don't, leasing cars used to be a good deal, especially if you could tie it to a business. But as an individual leasing a car, I mean, it's not in any way a good deal.
They say it's cheaper to lease a car than it is to own a car, to buy a car.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. Owning one isn't so easy anymore. 3 years ago, the Wall Street Journal did an article that the middle class could no longer afford new cars with typical expenses like a house payment and food and a couple kids and property taxes. Yeah, you can't. They raised the age for Social Security here. I think you got to wait till it's 76. Is it 67?
All right. We don't have to worry about it.
Because you're disabled?
They're going to make it easier, for the older folks, so we won't have
Hey,
to.
John.
Most of the younger ones are going to get by that, not us.
Yeah, I don't know about lease. I mean, I guess there are good deals out there, but I used to know a lot of people that lease cars. I don't know any that do it anymore.
You hear that Trump has to pay all that money back now?
He'll never pay a dime.
No, he won't
No,
pay.
he'll get his supporters to do it. They'll be dumb enough to send him money when they don't have billions or millions.
He
of
can't
dollars.
do business in New York either for 3 years. Neither can his sons.
I think that's
And
hilarious.
his sons can't even do it for 2 years, so they won't be able to do anything either. But
But I think the daughter's running it anyway.
I think she walked away from the whole mess.
He's banned. He's banned for 3 years. That's funny. Can you imagine?
Huh.
Even in
What a
Canada,
joke.
he'll just move to Canada and he'll be Mark's new president. No.
Yeah, I wonder how if Americans, when they go over there, Mark, how long they got to be there to like get in on that deal.
What, become Canadian?
Yeah, no, like if an American moved there, how old do you need to be there to like get benefits like you get?
Now we were talking about this before. If once you become a citizen, you're a citizen. You get your full benefits right away, I would assume.
You can't.
You do.
No, but if you went, I don't think you do.
I mean, even as landed immigrant gets full benefits.
It's harder in Mexico.
Yeah, but remember, we did talk about this one time, but I knew a girl that lived in was born there, Windsor, but spent her whole
Right.
life in Ann Arbor, got cancer, died of breast cancer, didn't have insurance in the States, so went over to Canada. And I knew some Canadians that are living on it, and they said when they realize she hasn't paid into the system and she's been somewhere else all this time, they're not going to take care of her hospital bill. Now, I don't know whether they did or whether they didn't.
Yeah.
But I don't
No.
think if you were a Canadian, and you were 1 year old and lived your whole life in Africa and came out at 68 with 4-stage cancer.
Would
I don't know that
expect
they-
treatment?
Yeah, maybe they do. I'd be curious. I don't know.
Who's
You
the
know?
picture on the wall, to Mark?
Is that as you as a
they're-
kid?
No, they're prints. What's his name?
Rockwell?
Yeah, Norman Rockwell's.
Ah,
We got him all over the place.
Oh, okay.
He was a school teacher.
Was he?
Yeah. Before he started making it as a painter. Did it as a hobby.
Really?
Remember that Bob Rossi on TV, the guy with
Yeah.
his paintings are bringing big bucks now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, you know who did the Campbell soups, right? Andy Warhol.
Yeah. Actually, the doctor I see, they got an original Warhol. I think it looks like a kid did them.
Yeah, he did the
Some of
Campbell.
them, they do. They are awful.
Even some of
childish.
Van Gogh's painting, like this Impressionism, sucks compared when you compare it to like stuff like Rembrandt. They say the Americans made Impressionism valuable.
Yeah.
Nobody else wanted it. Crazy billionaire collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
I met A.Y. Jackson. He was a group of seven painter. I don't know if you've heard of the group of seven
No,
down there. There are a group of Canadian famous painters who went around the country and painted in the earlier part of the last century
Yeah.
and the later part of the 18th century. And
Wow.
I happened to meet the last of them, a guy named A.Y. Jackson. And he was you couldn't really understand him. He talked like, like that. And he
Yeah.
had an aide that translated for him. And
Yeah.
she knew exactly what he was saying. And I was still pretty young when I met him. I was in Scouts age. I think I was in Scouts. And yeah, it was interesting.
What was Scouts like? Learning how to pitch a tent and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How to tie knots and
Yeah.
do stuff
It wasn't
like that.
Boy Scouts, was it?
Yeah, Boy Scouts of America.
Did you get the Eagle Scout?
It's different in Canada.
Oh, okay.
You
All right.
become Cub Scout, then you become
Okay.
regular Scout, and then I went on. I was a Sea Scout
Yeah.
because we had some men in the area who sailed boats,
Oh, cool.
and they decided to teach us. And we went. We spent every Saturday on Frenchman's Bay for years learning to sail. It was great.
So you did learn how to do it.
Uh-huh.
So you could have
Yes.
like taken a sailboat out alone.
I wouldn't trust my capabilities now,
Yeah.
but if I had to and I had a helper, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that quite a learning curve?
We were young at the time. We were like 14,
Yeah.
12. So
Yeah.
it was a lot to learn for that age.
Yeah.
But we were doing it in groups of us, and I forget our exact exercises and what
Yeah.
we did exactly. But I remember we would stop and have a shore lunch, and then go back out and sail the afternoon again.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
exciting.
Did you guys have the problems we had over here with molesters and stuff?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's bad because
Yeah.
we don't have the population.
And are girls allowed in it now?
I don't know. I hope so.
Okay.
Oh.
The damn
They had
regular at
girls.
that
They
age.
always had Girl Scouts though. The Girl
Hmm.
Scouts of America,
How
of
about
Canada.
how about transgenders?
I don't know.
I bet you they are.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
would have to be.
You look up transgender clinics, stuff associated with that. They're
Yeah.
everywhere in Toronto.
I'll be back a little later. Okay.
All right, see you later. Congratulations on your teeth. Shit, he's getting all his teeth. Makes you want to quit your job if you have one.
I know.
Implants? That's the way to go.
Implants, I know.
I
Those
mean,
aren't
I
just
thought it was my
dentures.
understanding it was about $5,000 to $7,000 a tooth.
Yeah, it's around there.
It's crazy.
It is. I'm
You know-
surprised they're flipping the bill for the guy.
Hey, Matt, it's weird. You talk to people and they don't really consider a tooth an organ.
It is an organ?
Yeah. Yeah.
What makes it an organ? I don't
Well,
know.
it's in the human body and it serves a purpose. It's part of circulation, eating. I mean, your
Right.
toe's an organ, your pecker's an organ, your eyeball's an organ.
Yeah.
Everything on you is an organ. Think about it. But I got that wrong on some damn one of these, bullshit things you get on your cell phone. You answer these questions, see how smart you are.
Oh yeah.
I got it wrong too. I remember it now though.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm reading this book on memory now. It's really interesting how you associate like things. It's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks learning. It's not fun at all doing it, but I'm just gonna have fun with it. I think I got a pretty good memory, but trying to make it better.
Depends on certain things. Like I'm great
Yeah.
with numbers.
Yeah.
I can remember and I can deal with them. But when it comes to like names, I'm not so good on and
That's because I get, I read a thing. There's a guy, Joshua Fedor, wrote a book about memory. And one of the things that he said in there is that one reason that people struggle with remembering names is that they have a momentary mini anxiety attack when you meet somebody new and you're
Oh.
looking at them and you're shaking hands And in order to get around that, you have to, do some kind of word association right then. It has to be important to you. I'm the same way. I mean, I think I forget them because I don't give a shit what somebody's name is, really. It's a little embarrassing if, like, you run into them a year later and they say, "Hey, Tom, how are you?" And you've got somebody with you and you got to introduce them.
Right,
And it
right.
just kills you to say, "What's your name now?" Because he remembered yours,
Exactly.
Huh.
So there's a
Terrible.
way to get out of that, though. You say something like, well, Bob, or no, you say something like, I'm not going to bother introducing you guys. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
you
guys
could do
to
that. But
introduce
if
yourself.
they're smart, they're going to catch you on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of weird. Why the hell wouldn't you introduce them to someone? It's like, because you forgot the fucking name. I mean, there's not much left.
Exactly why.
Yeah.
God.
But I think it is a little slightly, I don't want to say embarrassing. It just looks like me, give a fuck. And that's why you don't remember it, but you're not going to tell them that.
Yeah, I
I've
do.
talked to people for years and I didn't know their name. It didn't matter.
Doesn't it get worse the longer you wait, though? Oh, my God, I've known this guy now 5 years, and I still don't know his fucking name.
That happens to me. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. If they say something like, I'll have people occasionally say to me, you don't remember my name, do you? It's like, I don't, but if it's important to you, I will.
Yeah.
It's Starbucks. They've got a hell of a training manual there. So does Chick-fil-A. If you're ever going to open a business, try and get one of their training manuals. These fuckers got it down. They'll take
Yeah.
the biggest white trash low life in the world, yank them out of nowhere, clean them up, and they'll have the best etiquette and be polite in a day and a half. And their damn parents tried for 25 years.
Right.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But that's part of Starbucks shtick when you go in there, that they remember your name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just stupid to me. I mean, I
That
tell
is
them all the time,
dumb.
you don't need to do that with me. It's just like, "Hey, Tom, good to see you." In a lot of places now, I don't know in Canada, but they're saying "welcome in." Starbucks does it, Chick-fil-A does it, and it's happened to a couple other places. You go in there, you say "welcome in." What do you get in trouble for saying hello or something now?
Welcome in. I don't know. That's the
Yeah.
first
Does
time
that
hearing
ring a
about
bell
that.
to you?
No.
I got something wrong with my intestines. My upper GI.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like shit all the time, man. I think I'm going to take this pylori test. And,
Why do you have it zeroed on your upper GI?
What's that?
Why is it your upper GI? Your
Top of my stomach. Top of my stomach.
Why? Really bugging you?
Fuck yeah, man. I feel like shit most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. There's something definitely wrong there. And I've tried everything, quitting alcohol, quitting coffee, quitting milk, more fiber. Something's fucked up in there. Hope I don't have. Now, I just got a PET scan, and I think they would have noticed cancer. So I think I'm okay with that. If I had to guess, I have this bacteria. I looked up today. I mean, it's funny. I've got these upper GIs a few times. And they say, "Oh, we didn't find anything." They didn't offer anything extra. This fucking place I'm going now, I'm taking this pylori test. They're going to take a biopsy when they go up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pylori. It's like this. There's this bacteria that's present in your mind. When I looked it up, though, when I was in the office, I said, "Well, how do you get this bacteria?" And she said, "Nobody knows." Well, that isn't what I read when I looked it up. You know where you can get it?
Oh.
Blowjobs.
You serious?
Yeah. And then I'm doing the math on the last blowjob I had, and I said, "Well, that's not it." It's a sigh of relief.
Well,
but if you're going to get it, I mean, I had this happen one time. I had this weirdo form of reactive arthritis. They thought called Reiter syndrome. Now they call it reactive arthritis. And at the time, they thought you got it through sexual contact. Well, later on, 20 years later, and I've damn near gotten an argument with the doctor about that at the University of Michigan. Now, later, they found that you can get it through spoiled milk and a host of other ways.
Oh, wow.
And the doctor said, "Do you think you know how I got it?" And I thought, "Yeah, I think I got it through blowjobs." And he said, "Well," and then he starts giving me this little mini lecture of safe sex. It's like, I said, "Would you want me to get it at milk?" He said, "Well, I'd have rather got it at milk." I said, "Not me. If I'm going to get it, I want it from a blowjob. Who wanted drinking a glass of milk?" He got offended. Fucking
I
weirdo.
can't believe you guys argued about
Yeah,
it.
I wasn't really arguing, but it was kind of weird. I had another doctor at that same hospital. I used to go down there, what I thought was quality care. And, it was a 140-mile drive, but I was from there. I knew a lot of people there. There were a lot of good restaurants. I went to the airport. I fucked around and interviewed Maddie and Cheryl, all sorts of shit. And I'm in the doctor's office. He's looking me over. He said, "Aren't there any dermatologists where you go?" It's like, what? Why would you ask me that?
Really? Instead of the
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah. I got to check this stuff out, though. I mean, they say you can get it through kissing, too. Again, I'd rather get it through a blowjob. I wish I could read some statistics on this.
I go for, so how many upper gastric examinations have you had?
I think in my lifetime, 3.
Because they're not very pleasant.
Nah, they don't do shit. They put you out. It's just like a colonoscopy.
When I had mine done, they didn't put me all the way out. When I had my upper gastric, they put me so that I could hear them talking to me. And they were saying...
Yeah, well, what it's called is twilight sedation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to get a ride there, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Me too. So it's considered anesthesia.
But it was pretty shitty because I could hear everything they were saying.
No, they've gotten sued and in trouble and shit for making fun of patients and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's kind of a protocol for that now.
Listen to this. My buddy Mike, he had a colonoscopy done and he woke up in the middle of it. He said he was pants down around his knees, 3 pretty nurses, camera shoved up his ass, and he woke up.
Oh my God. I think that, if I was 20, I'd be mortified because when you're 20, you're thinking in your mind, there's a 1% chance you might bang one of these chicks down the road. But at this stage of the game, fuck, it wouldn't bother me a bit.
No, that's a routine. Almost.
I wonder when the transition comes though, from, when that wasn't a possibility then, but how a young mind thinks.
Yeah.
You'd be embarrassed that a good looking girl saw that. But she's working there and she's seen it a million times. And
yep.
The thing, I know this sounds like really weird, but I've often thought of like gynecologists in sex with their wife. That's a hell of a line to draw, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of a little different.
But if you talk to doctors, they'll tell you that like that's so drilled into you in medical school, like breaching this kind of thought. It just, I mean, like a woman's reproductive organ is fascinating. It really is. I mean, there's a lot of science to it. The hormonal changes, creating another human, blah, blah, blah. Periods, the whole thing I find like really fascinating. There's huge books.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I didn't like it for those reasons when I was young, but
yeah.
But
I think that
another change.
I think it would be weird for a gynecologist to having normal.
Yeah, I mean, how could you? I bet they're the most private thoughts in the world.
Could be.
I bet those fuckers, you could give them a lie detector test and they'd pass. They've just, buried this shit so deep in their mind.
Good poker faces.
Poker faces. That's exactly. But you just think when you were dating and stuff, it's like the back of your mind, you'd be wanting to rank this thing.
Yeah.
And you'd have a hell of a, comparison chart, wouldn't you?
No shit.
Yeah, you'd be saying the next week, I don't think we're meant to be.
Just imagine all the pussy you've seen in your career.
Yeah, I do wonder deep down, like I can understand, and maybe I guess there are guys like that. When you're a young straight male and you joke and you fuck around, you just can't imagine a straight male wanting to do that for a living. But they do. And you can understand why a woman would feel more comfortable going to a woman. Yeah,
definitely.
But it's surprising, all the ones that think nothing of going to a guy. I guess they have trust in them.
Yeah, I've had female GPs, general practitioners, for the last 3 doctors.
Wow. See, that's what Rita said. It's clinical versus personal.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
mean,
probably true. I think it's part of your training. They bring up an ethics course and how to never practice medicine a day in your life again if you do this shit.
nah.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be fucking insane. You go to college for 8 years and you do some stupid ass shit like that.
Yeah.
Could be a lesbian too. Yeah, that's true. I wondered that, but I'll bet you money. I don't know this for sure. I mean, that's like a punchline in a comedy skit. I'll bet that the lesbian gynecologist thing. They're just as professional as the guys. Although if you go on Hamster, there's quite a few porn movies like that where the girls go to a lesbian gynecologist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hamster. Yeah.
What a perfect setup. Now, can you get that porn over there without getting blocked?
Yeah, I got Hamster before.
Yeah. All right, good.
I don't think they can stop it. Oh yeah, I guess they could always block it.
China does.
But I know. Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
I know we can get Pornhub and Hamster.
Well, good for you.
And,
Have you tried? I'll tell you a really good one. Excellent. You're gonna really love this. Spank Bang. SPANKBANG.
Spank Bang.
Yeah, one word. I mean, you talk about a selection and a great search engine. Even Caroline's, her husband watches it. She said that a couple chats ago. Yeah,
Really?
proctologist. I'll tell you what makes a guy want to be a proctologist. About $800,000 a year.
Yeah. Wow.
And if it's clinical, like they say it is, you don't care whether it's a nose, a butt, a boob. You're making good ass money. It's good money because you don't have to go out. They're bringing the patients to you. You just show up. That's great pay. If you're self-employed, you got to get clients and put up with employees and all that shit. You got to do so much crazy extra shit. You know how it is with that construction thing.
Yeah, I got to look at assholes all day anyway.
Yeah, right. So you look at like to make $800,000 to just drive to a place and then be done it is like good money.
I know.
I
know. That's what Prince.
Oh, Savannah's
stuff.
cool. I like Savannah. Hey, Crystal, have you been to that synagogue in downtown Savannah? It's a world famous synagogue. They don't give tours on the weekends. I'm going to make that trip. I want to see that thing. It's a fantastic place. If you get a chance, that interesting.
Really?
Yeah, look up the synagogue in Savannah, Georgia.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, stunning, like a gorgeous building. Hey, now, Mary, have you noticed this? Now, I know doctors, not Ted, because he gets along with everybody. But how about nurses thinking they're doctors and creating conflict in a hospital?
I bet you it happens a lot.
It does happen a lot. Yeah. But if you look at training, there's like a mountain of difference between a nurse and a doctor.
Sure.
But there's also something to be said for empirical observation. If you're an OR nurse and you've been there 35 years, you know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I love nurses. They saved my life so many times that I just have I'll go out of my way to help a nurse.
Really?
Yeah.
You were in that. I just saw on the internet. I forwarded to a couple people. A guy just woke up out of a firefighter. Woke up from a 10-year coma.
10 years.
Yeah. And the first thing he did was said, "How long have I been gone?" Started sobbing. But it really has opened up a new theory and study on the human brain because of him. They didn't think this was possible. The guy, what they didn't say is if it was much more conversation after the net. You know how journalism is.
Yeah.
And that fucker might not be able to see dog and cat, and we'll never know because it ruins a good story.
Oh, okay.
But, and I believe he did sob and did probably say maybe he motioned at sign language at that, how long have I been out? But I hope it does well. But even what he did do, it was surprising to all these neurosurgeons. Yeah, bridge the gap between. Oh, hey, it's funny you should say that. I don't know why this triggered my mind, but thank you for making that comment, Mary. I bought a book today. I went to a used bookstore I didn't know existed. One was on euphemisms.
Oh.
And the interesting thing, I just happened to open a page randomly, and they referenced medical care and how they say this is going to be a pinch or a tickle or pressure. when what it really is going to be is pain.
Yeah.
And I never thought, you're right. That nurse doesn't come up to you and said, this is going to hurt a little. It may hurt a lot. It's like, this is going to be, you're going to feel a little prick. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Ouch.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Then they got you talking about some other shit. A bird sitting on the window. Yeah, they're like pros at it, and all these things work. It is still amazing, Rita. Yeah, you're right. Isn't that interesting, Crystal? Yeah. It's so, but euphemism, I never really put it together like this.
There's going to be a little pressure here now.
Yeah, a little pressure. You're going to feel a little pinch, and they jab this needle, and it's like mine hurt. I got blood taken out, and you weren't supposed to drink like water for 24 hours, a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink any in the morning like I was supposed to, and I was dehydrated, and they had a hard time finding my vein, and it hurt, actually. It hurt. Hey, I want to tell you guys about this. Now, I sent this to some people, Rita, Mary, Jabo, everybody I talk to offline a lot. But, Mark, this is the most fantastic, interesting, I said it to Stephanie, website you'll ever see in your life. I'm trying to look at it now because I know I sent it to Rita. Rita, what was the name of that website I sent you thing? So I sent you.
That's what you were trying to send me the other day.
I don't know what happened there. I sent you songs, I think, because it wouldn't come up on my phone to text the link. Mary, what's that thing I sent you? I sent. It's here. It is right here. The name of get this, guys. You guys will love this. It is so super interesting. Write this down. It's so good. This guy's only got 259 videos up, and he's got 2.71 million subscribers, and I think he's only been around a year.
Oh, wow.
These are the most fantastic videos about stuff. It's called Pursuit of Wonder. Pursuit of Wonder is the name of it. I've already watched half of them, and I just found out about it today when I was sitting in my car waiting to photograph some homeless in Augusta. You guys will love this so much. Pursuit of Wonder. It is so ridiculously interesting. I'm going to watch the rest tonight probably when I lay in bed and stay up too late. Pursuit of Wonder. You see it, Mark?
I'm looking now.
Yeah.
Pursuit of Wonder.
Yeah. Subscribe to it. And look at the videos. Look at the title of the videos. It's so good. I mean, I'm gonna send them some money. They got a link on there where you can buy some shit or something. It's worth every damn dime. They say it's it's a hydration issue. Yeah. Yep. Pursuit of Wonder.
Is a mission to foster curiosity, reflection, and appreciation through powerful ideas and stories.
Yep. That's it. Subscribe to it.
Okay.
Yeah. You would like it too, Crystal. Jeannie, it's excellent. I promise you this. If you've got time tonight, I couldn't drink fluid though when I went to mine because I was if you've got time tonight, I guarantee you, that's one of the videos, the Nova Effect. You click on one video, I guarantee you're going to watch 3 or 4 or 5. It's so damn interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like be careful what you wish for, the perils of luck. Everything. Overthinking. It's just superb, man. Yeah, I've wondered that sometime on, you got a migraine? I've never had a headache and I've never had chapped lips. I've had everything else.
You've never had
weird how I never had chapped lips or a headache? I got to have like one of the most fucked up minds out there. You think it'd create like conflict, That's why I think just like, hormones, man. I don't have that concoction. Serotonin's a big player in migraines. And, if you look at studies on serotonin with regard to its relationship with depression, you're going to find people that are suicidal, and they blame it on serotonin. And you're going to find people with serotonin in a way worse state than theirs is, happiest motherfuckers on earth. So there goes the theory on,
serotonin.
But there is a connection with it. And it's just interesting, Man, if anybody was I should be having like the worst fucking headaches in the world. I mean, should fucking half insane anyway. And I don't. Isn't that weird? Of all people, you'd think I would have them. I'll tell you what happens. This is going to sound fucking crazy, man. But there's times like I got my sleep schedule fucked up, and I will think of like I could give seriously an hour lecture about like bird migration, and I'm giving it to myself in my sleep, detailed, organized.
Oh
And I
yeah.
give like a whole lecture on bird migration, why I'm sleeping. I'm not like, it's not vague and there's nobody there. It's so fucking weird. I've done this on a bunch of things. I
You
did
listen
one.
to it while you're sleeping?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that what
listening to
you're
it. I did it about 3 weeks ago on prostitution and how you get there and how it's
Right.
so tough to get out and how it isn't what you think it is. You should go down there and meet these people. And yeah, just this whole damn thing that I guarantee you I couldn't organize and articulate that well conscious. It's fucking weird. And I never had a wet dream. That's one fucked up brain, isn't it?
What is a wet dream though? Wake up
Yeah,
wet.
you shoot a big load while you're sleeping.
I've never had that happen to me.
No, me neither. I blame mine on jacking off 10 times before I fell asleep, but they said that shouldn't have mattered.
That'll do it.
Yeah. No, wet dreams. But I talked to friends and stuff and they had them. You know?
Yeah. Shit, I can't say I've ever had one of
No,
those.
I never had one either. You were probably jacking off 10 times too.
Maybe.
No, I never had one. And I never had like I wouldn't say I've ever had a sexual dream.
Oh, I've had lots of those.
Yeah, no, I really haven't. I mean, I
Every
can
night.
blame 3 to 4 hours of porn watching before I go to bed on that one.
That'll do it too.
Yeah, it's the last thing
it
on
all up.
mind. It's the only time my mind gets any rest. And I don't
Yeah,
even,
it's
in
real
quite a
deep.
while, I haven't had one of those dreams of people chasing me and shit.
Every
Can't run
time
fast.
every time I have anything that might be a horror dream or something that's horrible happening to me, I usually make it into some sort of adventure. Like I can't have a bad dream because
I do.
usually do something to it to make it in my favor.
I'll tell you, you want to have some fucked up dreams?
Yeah.
Drink a little, one of those small cups of NyQuil.
I've had NyQuil before.
Yeah. Man, I have the most craziest fucking dreams.
Yeah, I'll give it
Yeah.
a shot.
I wake up scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yours are all, you turn them into adventures.
Yeah. And
Huh.
no matter
Like
what
sex?
bad can be happening, I'll produce, either if I have to produce a gun or whatever, or
Sex?
I'll,
Any sex dreams?
a lot.
Wow. With
I
who?
get them all the time.
Who?
I do.
No, I know that. I'm asking you who you're thinking about.
Oh, I don't remember half the time.
It's not me, is it?
No, don't worry,
Right.
pal.
Good answer. Good answer. Good.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Okay. All right. All right. Good. But no kidding. Huh? Are they people you know?
It has been in circumstances, I think. I have to be careful what I say here
Yeah, you sure do.
because I don't want to implement anybody.
Now, is this just you look at them and you think she's a beautiful woman, or you're really pile driving their head into the headboard?
Oh, it varies.
Wow, you're bragging now.
Well, it's just a dream.
All right. Yeah, it's not just a dream. You better hope like hell your girlfriend's not listening to this shit.
I know. Mona.
Yeah, she'd never believe that. They want to know why it's on your mind. I mean, you'll catch holy hell over this.
Oh, you can't win.
No, how would you like her, waking up sweating, dreaming of a big Egyptian taxi cab driver railing her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
it's not exactly pleasant. The
No,
smart women, they hide that shit, man. You could hold a shotgun to their forehead and you'll never get a hint of any of that shit. And you really believe that shit too, because you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Human
They're all
mind, so
thinking
damn
it.
interesting. You see, but I thought, LA, I thought your days a good sex dream wakes you up. Huh. That's crazy. Yeah,
Who said
random
that?
people show up and
LA?
dream. I mean, the mind is absolutely fascinating.
It is. It's been created to do so many things. And I find it
Trazodone,
amazing.
Drifter. Trazodone. Excuse me, Mark. Trazodone. Or what's that other fucking shit? Trazodone. What's that other bullshit? Trazodone's a cheap, low side effect antidepressant that's given off label all the time for sleep. Trazodone. What's the other? Remeron. Remeron too. The problem with Remeron is mirtazapine is it's got a long half-life. You'll be groggy as hell for 3 or 4 hours after you get up, and who can do that? That's what NyQuil does too. Man, if I take that whole cup of NyQuil like they tell you, man, I have a hard time getting out of bed. Just groggy and shit.
Do you guys have Neocitrin down there?
No, what is that?
It's a hot drink that you drink when you got a cold or fever.
No, they got a lot of stuff like that though. I think that would be a supplement, wouldn't it?
It's a, I don't know if it's a supplement or if it's acetaminophen.
Yeah, that's the Tylenol.
Yeah, and
Okay.
something else is in it. I forget.
Hey, Drifter, it is a prescription, but you can get it easy from your family practitioner. And you can get it, believe it or not, through the mail sometimes from where else? Canada. Your drugs are way cheaper than ours. You know, you get in trouble for that if they catch you doing that, driving over there and doing that. They don't want people doing it. You better have a Canadian prescription as an American. And you have that shit and you get pulled over. You know, you better be a Canadian with a Canadian prescription, not an American with a Canadian controlled substance on your person. Even if you picked it up because you ordered online, all that shit, there's weird shit. Yeah, Drifter, that's sleep hygiene. You know, that's a whole new thing in medicine now, sleep hygiene.
I go for a sleep apnea test March 10th. I think
they thought I had that one time. They thought I had narcolepsy one time. I'll tell you, if you do have sleep apnea, those new, the newer
machines, CPAP machines.
Yeah, you sleep like a baby. I mean, it's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
And they've got these masks. You can't even tell they're on.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
They figure I'm not getting a REM sleep. I'm not getting
deep
REM.
sleep, right? Deep sleep. But smoking, that's not good for sleep either.
Smoking pot or cigarettes?
Smoking anything.
Yeah.
But that REM, that's the deep sleep. You wake up tired. But, you can snore and still not have sleep apnea.
Right.
Right.
You might not be going into REM.
That's your REM shitty. Your REM is shitty.
Yeah, it must be.
I mean, maybe it is. You'll know after the sleep. Now, hey, one thing I can tell you about the sleep thing, set yourself up good for it. Like get up a little early. Are you doing it at a home one or at a clinic?
It's I have to go into the hospital.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're set up good for that because
I want to be tired, right?
Yeah, you want to be tired and back off the caffeine and all shit that day because if you can't sleep during a sleep study, you're fucked. You got to come back and do it again, and they'll give you, over there or not, but over here, your insurance company will give you a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, it's covered by the
covered. They'll say it's not our fault that you couldn't sleep. You got to pay this one. Yeah, clinics charge in the States, at least in Michigan, I'm not familiar down here, a sleep study is about $2,700.
Wow.
Yeah. But they hook up everything and, figure out what's what.
Yeah.
Being overweight's a big deal. What you eat before you go to bed. Yeah.
I try not to eat before I go to bed.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I try not to drink too.
Maybe it's these sex dreams. I mean, goddamn, how can you perform in those things and get a good night's sleep too?
I know, and wake up refreshed.
Make sure you tell them that too.
Did I get lots of sex dreams?
Yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, for all I know, that affects REM. I don't know for sure, but these are all things that come into play. I mean, you just may have a jacked, crazy amount of testosterone for your age that affects your sleep. I mean, it's, a chemical concoction. You never know. Maybe. It's worth saying. They're gonna think to themselves, "This guy's nuts," but tell you thanks for telling me this. Tell them everything. You can't keep secrets from your medical professionals.
Yeah, I was getting a CAT scan done once, and they were doing the lower back, and I asked the nurse, "So can you also see the size of my penis with that CAT scan?" And she said, "No, it doesn't work like that." Oh, but I had to ask, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a lot of radiation, CAT scan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Don't want to get to have too many of those.
No. Yeah. Although they're way better than they used to be.
Yeah, they're a lot more efficient.
Less radiation, better imaging, computer topography, enhanced software, all sorts of shit. You know, even with like shitty old grainy cameras now, you can make that shit look like it was taken with a $10,000 camera.
Right. Well,
You know, their software is amazing. You know, when I was living out in Ann Arbor, I had an airplane and a guy next door, kind of a quiet weirdo. They were taking flying lessons and they reserved a hangar, but they didn't have a plane. And he was married to a wife named Ruth, real intellectual guy, and she was getting fucked by her instructor. They were both taking flying lessons. It cost them a divorce. And I remember her telling me at one of the Christmas parties at the airport where they worked on your planes that they were going to be getting this, like, this was $600,000 airplane. I'm thinking, yeah, right. You're fucking dreaming. And hopefully within a couple years have their own jet. I mean, does that sound like a bullshit story or what? You know who he was? Tom Knoll, the guy that invented Adobe Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the guy. And they were right. And he did grow up to be super rich. You can look him up on Wikipedia, Tom Knoll. I wouldn't say I know him, but I'm sure if I saw him, we'd talk for a few minutes. But there was the guy that actually invented Adobe Photoshop.
Oh.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, low dose. That's what it is. Low dose CT scans. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you one thing in my sleep study, I've had a couple of them, is a lot of times you think you weren't sleeping and you were. And if you talk to these sleep techs, they'll tell you people come in there all the time and say, man, I couldn't sleep a wink. It's like, the fuck you didn't. You slept 5 hours and 56 minutes. No, it wasn't. They don't believe it. They don't believe it. Are you easily awakened by noise?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Do you use white noise, like have a fan blowing or anything?
Yeah, I got stormy weather. I have rain and thunder.
Okay. Is it loop or is it a long one?
It's a long one, but it's still a loop.
Okay, good.
But you don't notice the loop. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
The one I asked for is Goodbye Insomnia. If I say that into my search engine of YouTube, it gives me what I'm looking for, and it's 10 hours of it. So,
hey, I don't mean to laugh, but Infolove said Adobe sucks. He said, I paid for a credit card subscription for 4 years and didn't even realize I was paying. That's happened to me twice.
wow.
You know, the last place to fuck me on that was Netflix. I never even watched one goddamn movie. And they were charging me for like 4 fucking years. You can fucking forget it. When you haven't noticed it by then, I don't give a shit who you call. Yeah. Yeah, you're fucked. Yep. I've had it happen twice. I got shit now. You know, I got stuff that, like, I'm not doing, you know, I got enough music saved from that thing I told you to join, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't really download a lot of new, but I pay for it because, you know, they really saved my ass, man. The early days of YouTube, they were just fucking you left and right for using copyrighted music. And you couldn't find any worth of shit. The ones that they offered were like songs that like 3-year-olds put together when they escaped from a nap trying to play the piano. It's just like terrible. So I was glad they came out. So I keep paying for it because I was grateful. But did you join that?
Sound.
Did you join it?
I didn't join. No, I just.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't like is, like, you can go through a genre of music and you find the same music in different genres, and you'll find the same songs on multiple different albums. Not the end of the world, but just like, you know, doesn't that sound internet-y kind of bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know, Creative Cloud, yeah. Crazy. No, I've had that happen before too. Yeah, once it goes that long, I don't know about how it is in Canada, but if you don't check your statement, like within 30 days after you get it, and somebody's like stealing out of, you're fucked. It's etched in stone, man. You can say, hey, I'm lazy. My statement's piled up. I didn't notice this. It's like, that's your problem. And here's the case law you can take to your lawyer.
My latest one was I had the cable people come to the door and say, we can offer you cable TV and internet for the same price as you're paying just internet. $87. I
Yeah.
said, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And they said, we can also give you Crave and this and that for 3 months for free. After that, you pay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. What they bank on is you're going to forget that you got those
Yeah. Yep.
things, and they start charging you the $20 a month or whatever it is, times 3,
Yeah.
$60 a month, unless you remember to cancel it.
Yeah. No, I have shit taken out of my thing now. I had a Adobe. You know, that's one thing. You get all sorts of alerts now if some fucker's trying to steal your shit on a fucking Wi-Fi, this, that, fucking storm in the area. They got all these alerts for bullshit that you get on your phone. They need to come up with an app. I'd pay fucking God knows whatever they ask for this one, that the motherfucker contacts you before anything is taken out of your account every single goddamn time. And you either check yes or no. I'll pay for that motherfucker. I wouldn't have half this shit getting deducted out of my account if I fucking, by the time you get it, I'll tell you who's really fucking shitty at that too? That fucking GoPro.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, they're the fucking worst, man.
Why? What did they do?
Renewing subscription, you call them back, you get a name, a badge number, still getting deducted, call them back. The new guy doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, they're fucking terrible on auto renew. Next camera I get from those fuckers, because you get the best prices. Good night, Mary. You get the best prices by buying from them directly. I'm going to do it on a fucking one of those Walmart Visas and just, put the amount on there and give them that. You're not deducting anything out of that because that's the only money I had on the card to begin with.
Right, yeah.
But GoPro's the worst.
Well, what I did was,
in the old days, when I was 18, there's no way in hell you were going to take something on my bank account. I didn't know it. Now it'd be fucking piece of cake.
Yeah.
There's so much goddamn shit coming out of there.
Yeah.
And shit that I order that I forget, and fucking Amazon and fucking eBay deducting shit, and fucking, cable, my Medicare supplement. That son of a bitch is going off all day long about somebody taking some money for something. You could be taking money out of my account. I never notice it.
Right.
I don't want to take the time to read through all that shit. I use my debit card for everything. It'd take me, I'd have to sit down there for a fucking half hour. I charge everything, all these dinners, books. I'm not going through all that shit. I guess I'd rather take a chance of getting fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I ended up, how I got out of that with the cable. I told them, I don't appreciate how you guys do business. You send these people out, they solicit, they talk you into purchasing stuff you don't really need, and then you get zinged for it afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel cheated. And then the guy didn't want to hear that. I ended up getting a cheaper internet rate, $84 for cable TV and internet out of the deal. And he paid the what I felt I was cheated. He took that $60 and he took it back.
All right. Hey, now, do you have a satellite dish or an actual cable?
It's actual cable.
Yeah. You don't happen to know your internet speeds, do you?
No, I don't. Okay. I can find out.
Are you satisfied with them?
Yes.
And do you get, who's really turned to shit too? Like Showtime, HBO?
Yeah.
Nothing anymore. I mean, I don't know any paid prescriptions. Cable sucks, man, over here. I don't know how it is where you're at, but we got 400 fucking channels, and I watched the same 3 for the last 2 years. Everything else,
I know. Same thing. I don't watch much TV. I don't spend very much time watching TV.
Yeah.
But I get this one channel, CP24, and it's got the weather, the news, the stock market, satellite, traffic, all on one channel, all at the same time.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those channels.
Yeah.
And a newscaster reading the news.
Oh.
So that's about all I watch, and the odd program.
Oh, okay. Yeah, LA emails really don't take up much space. They don't. If they have attachments, they do, but you can have like a gazillion. You know, that was another thing. I've been fucking around with the internet long enough now, where when you first start out, you know, you're thinking it's so cool. Yeah, that's right, Rita. You're thinking it's so cool. You know, you can go back in your emails and shit, and like you're really onto this shit. You can just go back 5 years and see this. Now, you know, there's so many fucking emails out there, like so many millions of them. It's not that simple. You know, you just don't scroll back through like 85,000 messages looking for this bullshit. You know, now that you've been using computers and email for so long, it's not quite as convenient when, you know, everybody and their brother doesn't send you something 24/7. You know, you got to sift through this shit. I'll get in moods where I don't even want to take the time to delete them or open them. I'll turn on my phone. There'll be like 450 unopened messages because I saw the title. It's like, fuck that. I don't want to read this stupid bullshit.
You get a lot of people sending you just frivolous
just
garbage.
all sorts of stupid shit. You know, I keep getting this one from this company selling fucking umbrellas. It's like, how the hell did you get guys my stuff? That's why when you run an ad in Craigslist or you publish your phone number on Facebook or some shit like that, that's what it's fuckers on there trying to get your phone number to sell to places like this damn umbrella company.
Yeah, that's right.
And some of the places where you have legitimate credit, they'll sell your stuff too. They'll get like a penny for every fucking phone number they give to.
No doubt.
Yeah, they will, motherfuckers.
Mm.
Yeah. Before you know it, you're getting all these bullshit thing. I get a lot of them from Chicago. Always something for Chicago. And some of them like are tricky. They got like, they'll put like veterinarian clinic and shit. And they're really trying to like fuck me on some goddamn camcorder fucking warning.
I like the ones that say that they're PayPal and they want you to verify your payment.
Yeah, but you know, I'll tell you who else. There's a bunch of people out there that gets a hold of you. And you know, I'm not monetizing my shit now, so it doesn't matter. That's how I know. But I get tons of emails that somebody's hacked my account and I need to log in.
Yeah, I get those too.
Oh, you get them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get better with the date. You know that. You know, by the date, it's bullshit for the billing cycle.
Oh, okay. I get also the
deposit in your account. A deposit.
Your device has been hacked.
Yeah. Yep.
Your
you get that on a
device
lot of porn channels. Those are browser hackers, what they call. They hijack your browser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not as bad as it used to be. But unsubscribing, I've done that. You know the unsubscribing ones that suck? Is you go to click unsubscribe and then it says, well, we may ask why. It's like you're trying to say no and you can't. You got to write some shit down. You got to go through like 3 more. Are you sure? Can we contact you in 60 days? It just never ends till you finally actually unsubscribe.
I know. Then you have to jump through a million hoops.
And there's some way on some of these texts. These fuckers, I don't know what they're doing, but you can't block the motherfucker. You'll hit every goddamn 3 dots up in where you fuck everybody else, except when it comes to like a couple of these places. It's like you go to, it's like the option's not there. God damn. You can't block them and you can't delete it. And mute isn't worth a shit because, you know, you see that, you can see it when you're looking at your other ones. It just didn't alert you. That's the only difference. You know, crazy.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, email. Yeah, I try and it is a super pain in the ass. I mean, it really is. And all you got to do is start you know, the government got down on these social media places about not verifying emails. You just don't go start one on a, you know, Joe Smith anymore, John Doe. They want to know who the fuck you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's government. That's why. Yep. That's true.
I have generally 2 emails. One that I give to people frivolously for joining up certain things that I just give out anywhere, and it's got like 100,000 messages on it I've never checked.
Yeah.
And then I have my Hotmail, my good one.
Yeah.
That I take care of and I try and keep. But riffraff still gets in there, and I still get bullshit emails in there.
I'm surprised Hotmail's still even around.
I know, it's like one of the first ones. Eh?
I still got AOL.
Oh, wow.
I don't use it much, but I've had it for like a zillion years. It's like $3 a month. And maybe once every 2 years, some old client will get a hold of me,
Right.
see how I'm
Yeah.
doing, or yeah.
Yeah, I get those too.
Yeah, AOL. I like it. You can say what you want, but I still like AOL setup when you sign on it. I think it's cool looking.
I
The way you
never,
can read the
I
news
never
and all the
looked at it
weather and
before.
all those tabs on top. It's better than Gmail. I think Gmail's a pain in the ass sometimes. I got to
Gmail
take a
is
day
a pain in the
sometimes.
ass.
Yeah, I got
Gmail,
to take an hour or something and sit down, because sometimes, you go on there. It's not like you just, let's say I get an attachment. It's got 3 pages. Try and find that motherfucker sometimes.
yeah.
You go there and it's like, where's the fucking attachments? Then you click on see more. You got to do all this bullshit rather than it being there, and you just click on the tab like you do on AOL. They
Yeah.
don't want their servers getting all jammed up with your junk email, and they want you to subscribe to these clouds. So
Right,
eventually you'll get to a point where you're going to offer this stuff where you got to delete a bunch of shit. But I don't worry about keeping data like I used to. I don't give a fuck if when I had hard drive failures in the past, I never did backup. I didn't give a fuck. Gave me a chance to start over, a new beginning. All that bullshit taking up a hard drive. For what? Yeah.
Well, you keep all your old videos?
I do, on external hard drives. Not the movies, but the videos that made the movies. I do.
And how many hard drives do you have full?
I got 27 terabytes full.
Wow.
And I just got a new 15 one about a month ago. But I got to go through those too, because, I get lazy on it. Like, say those Florida video. I know nobody watches that sunrise and sunset, but I like doing them, right? So I save all that video, and it's just stupid because it was a good time. Once it's on YouTube, but I always think, like, with the interviews and stuff, I'll use them later. But I got so much of that. I got to go through and just delete a lot of these sunrise and moonrise, all that shit. So it's just, I probably got 4 or 5 terabytes of that shit. When I went down and did that video for 4 days in Florida,
Yep.
I came back with 3.8 terabytes of data on my external hard drive.
Wow.
And most of that was shot in 1080p, not the 4K. And
Wow.
most of it was GoPro, which are small sensors, but yeah, it's a lot to store, you know what I mean? But terabytes are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper on external hard drives. There's basically 2 companies. Yeah, hell yeah, man. It comes out, if you really hunt your ass off for a bargain, it comes out to about $17 a terabyte. Fuck, $17 for a terabyte 10 years ago was $500.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gotten, better and cheaper and faster. Yeah. AOL chats. Yeah. Oh, YouTube chat. I didn't even know they had that. That something other than like this, or like, is there one that other people do? I think this is the only chat thing, isn't it?
On YouTube?
Yeah, she said. I think you mean YouTube chats like the kind of thing I'm doing now? I can't quite figure out too why YouTube would allow a StreamYard to play on its system.
I know.
It's so weird. There's obviously something into it. We're probably selling all their fucking phone numbers and emails.
Could
they
be.
Got something out of it, that's for sure.
They must. The platform exists because of the other.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And you got StreamYard. I think you can just, I think you can even show StreamYard before you've met the chat threshold on YouTube. I'm not 100% on that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think to do chats now as a channel owner, you've got to have, I guess you would. It wouldn't be on your channel. So I guess the answer is no. You couldn't do it because you wouldn't have met YouTube's criteria. But can you just fire up StreamYard? Yeah, I guess you can, I guess you could just, but who would know you were on if you were on StreamYard unless you let people know ahead of time? In other words, is there a platform where you can go on StreamYard and look at active chats and join one or not?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like float around between the channels?
Kinda? Yeah. Like YouTube lives.
Yeah.
I wonder if StreamYard has that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
You do?
Yeah.
I like StreamYard. I mean, it's $300 a year or something like that.
Yeah, I find myself using Restream because it's just convenient.
Yeah.
Put it on for me, but I see no difference between StreamYard and Restream.
Oh, okay.
They're both pretty good.
Oh,
I don't
good.
have a preference.
Oh, all right.
In fact, I might use StreamYard next time for the heck of it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I rarely have a problem. You have to have a pretty good connection, though.
Yeah, you were asking about my the internet speeds that I have.
Yeah.
I do have pretty good. I don't know what the speeds are.
Yeah.
I know I have pretty good internet speeds, and I know that I don't have any complaints. I don't get a lot of buffering usually, and everything operates.
How about when you're watching Pornhub? Do you get the little spinning circle?
Buffering, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch Pornhub that much.
But when you did,
Um,
you said you watched it. What the hell are you watching it on?
yeah. I've been on Pornhub before, but I'm trying to remember what.
Because you'll notice, like, that's why if I go on a porn channel and they say 4K, it's like, God damn, why? Why is it in fucking 4K? This isn't fucking Glacier National Park.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so much more crunching everything. RAM, data speeds, fuck porn in 4K. Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
useless, I guess, eh?
Well, it buffers. It doesn't on mine because I'm paying up the ass. But if you have a standard like interconnection in a normal home, you're trying to zip that motherfucker up about 15 minutes to get to the cum shot.
Right.
And
The
it
money
keeps
shot.
spinning. The circle keeps spinning. That's frustrating.
Yeah, it must
Pisses
be.
me the fuck off, man. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where if it's in 4K, even though I got like a good thing, it's not my problem. It's theirs broadcasting it, playing it off the server. It's even fucked up on their end. Yeah, I don't want to watch, an hour of a fucking porno movie where they're trying to act like All in the Family, only X-rated. Fuck that.
I saw something really funny when I was on. I think it was Hamster. They were called the something like the Fucked Up Family or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, but I know they do like parodies almost.
Yeah. This is a real fucked up bunch, man.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that they were doing, I don't even want to say on TV.
Yeah. Do you get that? Are you getting that OnlyFans over there?
I've never seen it before, but I think so.
Okay. Yeah. They've been getting a lot of school teachers fired across the country for that.
Yeah, I heard.
They just fired that lady that got fired from that district for claiming she was black. They just busted her with another teaching job for being on OnlyFans. I think I first of all, it's legal to make porn. And these parents are all worried that this teacher is going to be a bad teacher because they watch porn on their own fucking time. I got a problem with that. That's not being a child molester. It's an adult watching adult porn that is legal on their own time. Now, you catch them watching it at work. Okay, I'm with you. You know you're not supposed to. There's a policy against it. But doing this shit on your own time?
Yeah.
And they're losing their fucking jobs and it's sticking in court?
It is, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's some moral turpitude fucking horse shit.
Yeah, you get these old judges that are.
Oh, yeah. These school boards, they suck ass so bad to these fucking parents. They're probably fucking watching it too. They're never going to tell you that.
No.
I mean, like, you're like, look at the numbers on people that watch porn. It funded the early internet. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. You're losing like jobs over watching this shit.
Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, you get that, and it happens all over. It happens. I mean, these are like, but they're firing a lot of, and they fired a couple in Michigan that were like strippers 10 years before they got the teaching job and hadn't done it since.
Wow.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Wow. Witch hunt.
I mean, that's terrible that, like a teacher, but it's not the same, man. Doing porn on your own time, away from your job as a teacher, is not the same as molesting kids.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I think you should lose your job. Yeah. I think I just don't get it. But I also think this. I think that if you do that shit, I tell people all the time, I like porn, I watch it. But I've had people ask me, women, about getting into it. It's like, no. I can't tell you why, but 99% of them lead a shitty, terrible, lonely, miserable life up until they die, which is often prematurely. This is a fucking fact. Suicides, alcoholism, weird shit, abusive play. It's for some reason, like I bred pit bulls for a while. I quit doing it. Why? Because the motherfuckers that bought them from me, I didn't like them. Pure white fucking criminal trash.
Right.
Didn't want them around, didn't want to negotiate with them, nothing. And they need to bring out some porn that's got some class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe they couldn't hang their hat on this bullshit any longer. I mean, they still do that stupid shit. I mean, I don't know. You went and watched porn in the 70s, or like women are screaming, yeah, you don't need to do any of this shit.
Yeah. Fake.
Yeah, it's fake. It's like they're making it for high school kids. You don't see it as much as you used to, which is why I think that this OnlyFans and this people making porn at home and uploading it, there's a couple success stories, but it's no different than anything else. Most of them, you're just showing all your shit for nothing. And if you're in a community, like let's say for an example, we're talking, you're adults, everybody's cool. You decide you and your girlfriend are going to make porn. And you just figure you're going to be a good neighbor, and you go hand everybody a copy of it. Said, hey, we're on OnlyFans now. Just nice to meet you. It's like, you ever want to come over for a drink? They would avoid you like the fucking plague.
You think?
Yeah, it's just the way it is, man. There's, it's like you'll hear guys say about strippers. It's like, guys. I know guys that would not go to a strip club because they had daughters that age, and of course, I can't relate to that, but. I don't really understand that. I mean, it's not your daughter, and you do like young, but there are guys that really don't do that, Yeah, the sound effects, but I don't mind sound effects if they're real. But you can, this fake screaming and all this shit. It's just silly. It's a distraction.
It is, and
it'd be like a fucking car alarm going off in the background.
It makes the broad look really
it's just stupid. Too. And I think porn is still very, sexist. All the videos are titled "Horror Takes It Again," while her husband's at work, and then they're selling him as a leading man, good guy that's just having fun. It's still like that in porn. The women aren't looked at as the same way as the men are. No, and I think if you're a woman in this country and you do porn, and they find out about it, it's gonna. Name me one person that got success. There's a couple people that barely skated it. Sylvester Stallone. And what's that good-looking black chick that won Miss America? Vanessa Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But, a couple years before her, and you'd have lost they'd have never heard of you. But look at Tracy Lords. These people that have tried to transition from porn to, I can give you one example. It's just, it's the way it is. And I think it comes down to a lot of things. Like if, let's say you had depression and you were honest on your medical exam and you applied for a job. If there's 100 people applying for the job and 20 of them you consider suitable candidates and 19 have never been depressed and you've been in and out of the nut house a couple of times, who in the hell would you hire? This is the way it works. Yeah. Employers don't want problems, and depressed people kind of complain a lot. They want to start unions. Nothing's ever right. It's too hot. It's too cold. They should make more money. It never fucking ends. They're just like me. It's like negative attitudes about everything. And it permeates your work. Your boss is an asshole. The one that before him was an asshole. They don't treat you right. It's just your fucked up mind. Hey, Lucid. Yeah. Sly was in porn. Yeah, you can look it up. You can find that actually on XNXX or Tube Porn. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, porno.
Sly Stallone?
Yeah, he's got a dick about a half inch long. I saw it too. And you know who gives the best? I can tell you who gives the best, but I wanted to say, you know who gives the worst blowjob in the world? Do you or not? Do you?
Do I want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton.
Why do you say that?
This is a porno movie with her and her boyfriend. It's all over the internet.
Oh, wow. I
No,
never
just
saw
terrible. Well, some young guy that doesn't know shit. Paris Hilton. You're going to think, oh, Paris Hilton. Wow. I bet it doesn't work that way. You know that, Mark?
that. Yeah.
Terrible. And I'll bet you money. If I was betting, I'd give you 25-1 odds. Taylor Swift's the same way. Just the worst. Everything's a
tell by
big
the way
deal. Everything's super dirty.
Yeah.
They think they're
By the
doing
way
you
they
a
curl
favor
their
by
lips.
doing it. No wonder
They
she
curl
can't
their
keep
lips
boyfriends.
back around their teeth.
Hey, Conan.
Around their teeth. So
Yeah,
that,
no
that
wonder.
they
No
don't
wonder
want to taste it.
no wonder she can't keep a fucking boyfriend. Yeah, she just thinks everything's like dirty, and we're not married. Any fucking excuse she can into going wild. She thinks it's a big thing to act like a lady. Guys don't want that shit. That's why they end up having one woman bear their kids. Why they screw their white trash secretary. They want the best of both worlds. They're selfish. At a minimum, affairs is like selfish. It's like not nice of you to do that. Unrelated to all the obvious other stuff. Would you consider that a character flaw? Oh, it's terrible, Rita. It's terrible. Just the worst. I mean, I've never given a blowjob, and I guarantee I could give a better one than that. That's how bad it was.
Kidding, eh?
Yeah, that's how bad it was. Yeah, just terrible in bed. And so was Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. Yeah, it's just now maybe they were like stoned and high and shit. I don't know. I guess that would affect things too. I mean, I don't know how women always lie about this. We've talked about this before. Rita knows. Rita claims she can't remember the big ones from the small ones. Her whole sexual life before she got married. I don't buy it. It's just one of these things that she's from the South, a lot of Bibles and churches around every corner. And they somehow got through to her that this is something you never talk about. And it's smart. And Rita's smart too. She knows that's the last thing a guy wants to hear about her on the phone with her girlfriend talking about that 10-inch boyfriend she dumped before she started dating your dad. It just works that way. Certain things you'd rather not know.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just, and when you hear these start arguments and shit like this, I had a couple arguments with girls over the years, finding out later that, this guy was screwing him. Really, it was none of my business. But, when you're young, that shit is a high priority. It bothers you. Your dumbass actually thinks there's something special going on.
So, hold on, you've lost me here now. You were jealous about somebody screwing your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, like there's things that you'd rather not know about people, like their private sex lives before they met you and stuff like that. I don't think it does any good.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, you may get turned on thinking about it, get them to talk about it, drinking or some shit. But there's always seems to be a consequence for that.
I'd rather not know.
Yeah, me too. But you ever notice like guys, they kind of like swagger in, hey, one time I was up in Manitoba in a tent. It's like a badge of honor. I mean, you would talk about it in a more favorable way, but women I found, they just, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. They're just the smart ones. You're never going to get that out of them. No way. And even though you think they could be having affairs and stuff like that, if you don't actually catch them in the sack, you can fucking forget about ever getting the truth on that too. And what does everybody say when they get caught fucking around? We were just friends. What the fuck else is left to say? We were enemies? Fuck, you wouldn't have been together. We don't work together. You found a hotel receipt in my fucking wallet, but you still don't admit to that shit. You just say we talked and, she was having a hard time. She sure was.
Yeah.
But even when shit hits the fan like that, you don't want to bring the gory details into it. Somehow it doesn't seem as bad. You just can't do it. And that's all part of being honest. You talk to therapists too. They say that one person gets benefit out of confessing to an affair, the selfish son of a bitch that had it to begin with, that felt guilty. Probably an element of truth to that.
Yeah.
I don't advise it. Would you say it's a character flaw, Mark?
I think well, I don't know about character flaw, but I think that if you have to express your innermost thoughts and you have to tell everybody your private moments, like it's something you're bragging about, I think that's a flaw.
But if you knew two guys and one was a philanderer or a skirt chaser and the other one was just a good guy that wouldn't think of doing that, would you think a little differently about one than the other?
Like, would I admire one more than the other?
No, would you like feel like he's a good guy rather than the other one guy is kind of a dickhead? Let's say, as an example, you were considering a partner and you had the one guy that fucked around every chance he could and the other guy that wouldn't think of it. And you'd probably I would pick the guy that didn't.
Yeah, he's gonna be more straight-laced guy.
He would seem to have it more together.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, a few years ago when I was younger, maybe in my 20s, I might have chosen the philanderer for guy because he might introduce me to some young ladies.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's a good point. That's true. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now, you've been with your girlfriend how long?
Oh, yeah, I have to do the math. I have to be careful what I say.
No, but hey, you got to be careful on that. In her age, she probably didn't give a fuck. She'd have beat your fucking ass 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You guys been together how long now?
33, 34.
Wow.
They're since 89. So.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. A long time.
Yeah. Neither one of you going anywhere.
Nah. But good years. They were good years.
Yeah, good. Do you think you've like grown closer together?
No, not any. Yeah, I mean, time will do that.
Yeah.
When you spend so much time with a person,
yeah,
you naturally grow closer.
Mm-hmm.
You know all the little mannerisms. You know all the little things that bother that person. You know how to push their buttons. You know how to what they like to like what pleases them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, good for you. That's a long time. Now, how does she fit in with the family?
They all love her.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's right from the beginning.
Now, did you ever catch any shit from any of your siblings on, not being married?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I never get that.
All right.
If my mother was still alive, she might have said something, but that's where that religion thing stopped.
Yeah.
Like both my brothers are religious. They both go to church.
Yeah.
But as opposed to me, I'm not a church goer.
Yeah.
But I think it stops there with them. I don't think they do anything extra.
Now, have you ever been there around the holidays, Christmas?
Have I been at my brother's place?
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be my mother would have Christmas at her place. And then when she passed away, my brother took it over. And he would have Christmas at his place every year.
Now, when you were there, had you ditched Catholicism yet or not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And did you play along? I mean, when they prayed the Lord's Prayer, did you, before dinner?
There was no praying going on. We don't pray.
No?
No, we don't get together and pray or anything like that.
But even before dinner?
Yeah, even before dinner.
Oh, you dodged a bullet. So you fit in perfect. They couldn't tell.
Yeah, that stuff with my mother too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. So you would take your girlfriend with you sometimes over there.
yeah. When it was girlfriend, I would always have a girlfriend
And you could
with
spend the
me at
night?
Christmas. Yeah, if I wanted to.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we're talking. I'm older now, in my 20s,
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah.
I left home I was 18 when I left home. I
But I
think.
mean, you could be unmarried and spend the night over there at Christmas with a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're pretty liberal then.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
But-
Good for you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my mother was funny at Christmas. She used to um, uh, make an extra place sitting at the table for the wanderer. And it was a tradition in her family that you would always place a place sitting for any people that didn't have anywhere to go at Christmas.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and that place sitting would always be there. And it's been filled a few times over the years. I brought home strays, or my brothers brought home strays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, like homeless?
No, people had like, for example, Brian, who used to work with me at one of the. He worked for the builder
Yeah.
at one of the construction sites, and he became my friend over the years, seeing his face regularly. And when I found out he didn't have anywhere to go at Christmas, I invited him over as the wanderer.
Oh, cool. Was he aware of this?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
we told him he had the wanderer's chair.
Yeah, that stuff never like bothered me a bit. That that's my whole life. People been asking me over their house for like Christmas and stuff. I always
Yeah.
make some excuse.
You don't want to go?
Nah, I mean, believe me, I know you're from a family like that. I'm not. And to me, there's nothing worse than just being over like at Christmas Eve. It's some giant gathering of relatives that you hardly know because you're dating somebody. It's just like, oh God, just everything, the small talk at dinner. You just look at the clock and I think, is some motherfucker unplugged this?
Yeah.
I have been here forever.
I
Yeah,
thrive under that circumstance.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, I just like, well, I got, every year it got worse. So I came up with just ways of getting out of it. Arguments that I don't want to spend time with their family. It's like, I don't want to spend time with any family, you know?
Right.
And then I'm selfish, which I guess was kind of true. I look back on some of that stuff and I think that I should have done more shit just by being considerate than because I didn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
Well,
I
that's
should
the
have went
way-
over there.
Oh well. I mean,
Yeah, but it meant a lot to
You
them, and it didn't make sense to me. And because I didn't have an interest in it, I didn't care what they thought. And it's like, no, yeah, just don't do that. Blah blah blah. No, I hate those things.
yeah.
And instead of just like, you're eating, you look around, it's like, what they have. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's like, God, I don't know if I can eat this shit. Sometimes it just sucks. It's terrible. You can't believe you could come up with something like this on an important day and a get together with family. It's just like crappy food, like somebody had to cook that year without much experience.
Oh, that's a
They're
drag.
superficial. They really are. I think they are. How about like New Year's and stuff? Do you do it? You did a chat this year.
Yeah, I didn't play anything. We're have nothing to play until
Did you,
August or April 20th is when we kick off our season again for playing.
Oh, okay.
So I have nothing. I've had nothing to do. No performances now for a month and a half.
Oh, wow. Good. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Isn't that the truth, Rita? Yeah. I mean, does anybody even like go out for New Year's anymore? It's nothing
think
like
so.
I remember it. I mean, I know
Yeah.
they do. I see on TV, but those are like, big events, but I don't know, like people, when I was in my 20s and 30s, everybody was going somewhere for New Year's. And like
Yeah.
now, I don't even hear young people talking about it.
It's so expensive
Yeah.
to go out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, probably
Everyone's
right.
got
Yep.
money, and it's big money too.
Yeah.
Tickets for anything is inflated.
Yeah. No, everything's like a lot, Oh, you have them in your 20s? Yeah, it's like boring.
This is kind of gonna sound a little corny, but I have a birthday coming up, my 60th,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm planning some out of town. My friends coming in from out of town, and we're gonna hit a club. I'm within walking distance of
Yeah.
2 clubs to play live entertainment
Yeah.
around the corner from me.
Yeah.
And so I got my friends coming in from Toronto, and they'll spend the night, and we're gonna go hit the club and hit the 2 clubs. See what I already
Oh,
phoned.
well.
And
And your girlfriend's cool with it?
Oh yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah. So I've been planning planning that, but
Yeah. You sure that looking at that won't finish you off? Heart attack or something?
I don't know.
Strip
Heart
club, isn't
attack.
it?
No, live entertainment.
Oh, that's different. No, you'll
music.
survive that. I was thinking you were going to strip clubs.
No.
I was going to
I don't
say
think-
right around the corner. You
Yeah, I
probably
don't
don't
think
have
we-
any of that in your town, do you?
No.
Yeah.
There's no live entertainment, no girls entertainment here in this
Yeah.
town.
How about London?
London does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
London's
Yeah,
got
lots has
everything.
changed. Sure has, Rita.
London has every type of sleaze that you can think of.
Oh, really?
They have a prostitution street that the prostitutes like to walk on,
Oh, okay.
and they got the movie theater. I think they still do have porno movie theaters, or those all closed now.
Mostly closed. You can get it free on a laptop.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
You know,
LA,
that's
were they rude to you? Your husband's parents? Yeah, I've seen that before, like uncomfortableness with somebody that has to show up to an event because of family strife.
I like going to strangers, like to events at strangers' houses, like Christmas over at going with a friend to their family for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Sort of environment, yeah. I think that it's interesting to meet new people and to get to know, another person's.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
what kind of live entertainment? Just like rock bands?
Yeah, the Whiskey Rocks has a Tragically Hip cover band, copy
Oh, okay.
band.
All
Have
right.
you heard of the Tragically Hip?
No, they have YouTube videos?
Yeah, they're a Canadian band.
Okay.
Gordon Downey was their lead singer. He just died of a brain tumor.
Oh, okay.
And the other club has a pretty good live band that everybody tells me has a great female vocalist. So I think we'll start there with that one. It's, I think, a 5-piece band with a female vocalist.
Hey, speaking of vocalists, you ever watch that Ken Toppin's vocal channel?
No, what is it?
Oh, he's like a big-time voice coach. He's an ex-religious rock star. Ken Toppin.
yeah.
He's a nice guy. Taupin. Ken Toppin.
Ken
Look it up.
Toppin.
He's got a really successful YouTube channel showing people how to sing and everything.
Oh, cool.
He looks like a hippie, but he's a super Jesus freak.
Really?
Yeah. But he's been doing this voice coaching his whole life. It started from Christian rock. He's a very likable guy. He still sings really well too. I mean, it seems like he can. It's crazy the covers he does and sounds just like him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some YouTube bands, you know, I send them to you that are just fantastic.
Yep. Yeah.
They get like 20 views. It shows you what bullshit the whole thing is.
I know. And then you get someone like that doesn't play very good or sing very
Yeah.
good, and they get in the millions of views.
Yeah, millions. Yeah, or a squirrel, you know, raiding a bird feeder.
Yeah.
I mean, these people went out and learned how to like write lyrics, play instruments, get there, have somebody that wants to listen, upload it, and they get like 10 views. Such bullshit.
Yeah. But YouTube's still a great platform. I mean, to have
I like it
something
too.
like that.
Which channel? What was it? Which one part was I talking about, Director? Yeah, family. I never really had any family traditions, so it never bothered me too much. I don't think it did. Yeah. Oh, the music channel. Which channel was it? What was I talking about in that part? Music channel. Do you remember, Mark? Lost my train of thought.
We were talking about
I also ate a quarter of a gummy before I started.
how many milligrams?
5. That shit drives my fucking it fucks my short-term memory up big time.
Yeah.
When I do these chats and shit, man, I forget shit. The hippie guy. Yeah, what's that motherfucker's name? Oh, I'll tell you one group is Van Halen cover band. Weird name. The guy sounds just like David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah.
They got like, they're excellent, man. There's another one that does Stone Temple Pilot Band.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely excellent, man. These fuckers sound great. They got like 5 fucking views over 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great.
You know, I read a thing in a philosophy book that kind of tied into psychology too. And this is fucking, you know, sometimes you read things and you just think bingo. It's like, fuck yeah. I talk about it. I know what a bunch of bullshit subscribers. If I could give you 125,000 subscribers right now, Mark, I'd do it. Deduct it from my account. I don't give a fuck. You know, I never get in, but you know, this whole thing, people meet you and they see you got subscribers. Like, it's like, you got this all wrong. Same with views. You know what I mean? But this book kind of sums it up. You know what social media is? It's no fucking bullshit. I never thought of this till I read it today. It's false validation. You validate yourself by how good your YouTube channel is. I mean, kids and teens and stuff. And that's just like the worst possible thing in the world. There's just such great shit out there that doesn't get watched.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. And it's getting worse. I mean, I've been on their shit list for a long time, but I don't care. I got a platform. If I just had enough to do chats, I'd be happy. Those motherfuckers could take away all those views, subscribers, all that shit. I used to hide my subscribers, but you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you used to be able to. Now you can't.
Yeah, so stupid. You know? Yeah, but it's false validation. People tie how successful they are or how they perceive themselves to be by how well their YouTube channel does. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Same with
judge
Facebook,
anything.
you know, and all this stupid friends and stuff you have, Instagram. I mean, I like YouTube. I've spent like a lot of time on it. It's been good to me. But those other ones don't interest me. If it wasn't for like being to upload videos and stuff, I mean, this chat shit didn't come along till way later.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but shit, it was fun. I thought, yeah, I'll upload these, you know. And really the reason I have a channel and started the channel is what I did really interested me was never to get viewers or subscribers. And I just thought it was fun. And I was sick of doing still photography, you know.
Right.
I never planned on getting any thing. I did it as my own timeline. I go back and like watch my old videos. And it's like, God damn, it's been that long. You know, oh, wow, she really changed. You know, they're not around anymore. You know, God, you were hoping the best for them then. All sorts of shit. I was just looking at the Astro van in northern North Dakota, Antler, North Dakota. So I was doing a video with some old Billy 3 years ago. It's like, are you kidding me? Seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Astro van. I haven't had that like in forever.
I remember the Indian reserves you went to.
Yeah, I like those too. I want to go to some more of those actually. I think they're really interesting. They're just terrible, poverty-stricken large groups of people that feel hopeless.
Yeah.
And I can't
It is.
figure it out, man, why these Indians don't get, in this woke shit, Black Lives Matter and trans operations and 3 bathrooms and all that stuff going on now, gay rights, rainbow parades, all that shit. Man,
Yeah.
these Indians get no attention.
I
They
know.
fuck them left and right, man. Have been all day long. Canada too.
Yeah. Oh, we're really bad on the.
Yeah,
on
really.
the- on
And
the
it's just like,
indigenous.
why? I mean, they wonder why there's alcoholism. It's like no hope. It's like, maybe they, no, they just like stay there and, they're not burning down houses and shooting cops.
Yeah.
But it's just like an invisible culture.
I mean, there's a lot of programs that they can take part in and to better their lives.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's just like they set you up on a lot of that shit too.
yeah.
They act like if they go into some ghetto and they're just going to give hot lunches and the world's going to be great.
No.
You know what I mean? It's just like that sounds good in theory, but it's a much bigger picture than that. It's it's hard to put together. There's a lot of variables. That's why they can't change poverty and blight and all this shit. They've tried. You got every think tank in the world. The University of Michigan is like a huge department. It's been around forever on breaking the cycle of poverty. And it's like you're not doing too fucking good. And what the fuck do you guys talk about for 20 years with these results? If it was anything else that involved capitalism or stock, you would be out of business, you blowhards.
There's more homeless than there ever has been. There's a
No,
homeless
the middle class is
population-
disappearing.
There's a homeless population in every city now.
Yeah.
Has
Right.
10 cities. Up here
Yeah.
in Canada too. Smaller towns like Kitchener,
No, yeah.
London, they have their homeless
Yeah.
populations now.
Yeah,
10
that's right. Yeah.
cities.
Where the hell's that Joe Murphy, the guy that played for the Red Wings? He's way out, like maybe 600 miles northwest of you, way up. I think it is Kitchener. Is Wayne Gretzky from there?
No, Wayne Gretzky's from Brantford.
Yeah, he's from Kitchener then. That's farther, isn't it? Kitchener.
Yeah, it's a little further north.
Yeah, that's where that Joe Murphy's at, I think, that hockey player that's homeless and drug addicted. I used to
Oh.
play him racquetball in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, great, nice guy. He was the #1 draft pick in the NHL, went to Michigan State.
Wow.
I was always joking with him how many girls he banged because hockey was
Right.
huge in the Big Ten. And here he is, the #1 pick with the pros. And he was a good looking, nice guy.
What
I can't
happened to
imagine
him?
the ass he must have knocked out there. No wonder he was smiling all the time in such a good mood. Probably finally got some rest. He told me it was
Right.
just like that in the pros, too. He said when they get done with a pro hockey game, he didn't really turn out to be that great of a pro. He still made like $3 million a year or some shit. Like that 20 million contracts, that kind of thing. He told me anywhere they play hockey, man, there'd be 50 girls out there wanting to go out and party with you after a game. Cute ones,
Wow.
too. He said at least, some places more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I never had that when I was playing hockey.
Yeah, shit, no, man. Those guys, it matters. Those sports guys, man. It would have been really cool in the 60s and stuff, but now, shit, they'd be accusing you of raping them and all sorts of crazy shit.
We got a trial or a case in the trial right now where I think 6 players, when they were in the junior leagues, and they're now NHLers,
Yeah.
they're all being accused of raping one young lady in a motel room.
Oh, well, now how are they over to Canada? Are they in Canada? Are they on that shit in the media?
Big time.
Oh, really? Now, does he stand a chance?
There's 6 of them.
Do they stand a chance? Do they stand a chance?
No, they don't. They're going to be their case is being heard now, and but they're I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say what evidence that they have against them. But from what the way the media is portraying it, they're guilty. They're off without pay, and they're
Yeah. Now, how is it over in Canada? Can they talk about the victim there, the girl, or not? They hide it.
Not much, no.
Gotcha. That matters.
Sure.
But no matter what you say about you're in the shithole, because it's like, well, it's like she was like, very promiscuous stripper. Doesn't mean she should get raped. I mean, you're just so fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the biggest partier in high school, and here she's 30 and claiming she was raped 15 years ago. It's just the story's sketchy, but boy, you start going on TV and saying, this whole thing stinks. This girl's full of shit. She's had 25 abortions. She was a stripper, worked at an escort, been busted for prostitution twice, drug issues, as an alcoholic. That'll go in one ear and out the other. She was a woman that was violated. And I'm not saying that people that do violent things against women shouldn't be prosecuted. I do. But it's like, man, you're this innocent until proven guilty is a steeper angle when you're accused of that bullshit.
You want to know what happened to me once?
Huh.
When we were younger, there was this, we would sit out back. One of our buddies lived in an apartment building, and we would sit out back at the picnic benches and drink beer. And a young lady came over, and she was drunk, and she wanted to do us all. And me and my buddy Archie knew that this was bad news.
Yeah.
And we didn't stick around. We left. The two guys that stuck around, it turned out she was underage.
Oh, God.
And the police came to their house the next day. She went home, said she was raped. The police went to their houses the next day, took all their clothing, took the car for evidence. And luckily, it turns out that she had done something like this before and that the police knew her, and the guys got off.
Hey, Penny. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it works both ways. There's guys that got off that shouldn't have, and guys that are in there that didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, in this day and age, if you were a pro athlete, you would have thought in the 70s, like, yeah, this would be great, man. All these women all over the place. But now, with what we know now, if you were a pro athlete with our knowledge, I'd be scared to death to go out with a fan after a game. I think I'd be getting set up.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's just so popular and like happens so much. And like, the NBA and the NFL, they have a 3-day class cluing these guys in about this shit when they're drafted.
They should.
Yeah.
Definitely should.
Yep, that's it. And there's all sorts of them out there that didn't listen. And,
wow.
Look what kind of trouble it caused them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, they got that happen.
Well, they're young. A lot of them are young, away from home for the first time, and don't know how to behave when it comes to that being with women, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Hey, when you were living up there around Toronto, did you know much of the University of Windsor? Did you know much about it?
I know nothing about the University of Windsor.
Okay. Now that McGill wasn't too far from you, was it?
That's McGill is Hamilton, isn't it?
I thought it was outside of Toronto.
McGill, or is that Ottawa?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I gotta find out now. McGill, it's something.
Yeah, and these stupid politicians like having sex with their campaign workers and stuff like that. I still say a lot of these people go down under these different scenarios because they're drunk. And they just don't tell you that because it takes away from a compelling, great top-notch police work. It makes them look better than they are. I mean, these people were fucking sloshed, did some stupid shit and lost their jobs or careers over it. I had 2 preachers tell me in my life, not that they were any more valid than anybody else, but nothing good happens after 10 o'clock at night. Probably true.
Yeah, McGill is in Montreal.
Oh, Montreal? Okay. That's a good school.
Yeah.
You have some college there, though, near Toronto, don't you?
Well, we got York University, and Osgood Hall is the law school there. University of Toronto, Ryerson University. So there's a few,
Yeah.
and then you got your smaller, a whole string of community colleges.
Now, is law school hard to get in Canada?
Yes, my brother went through a lot to get accepted
Yeah.
into the law school that he went to Osgood, and it was. I remember the entrance exam what he went through the night before. He couldn't sleep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucid, Birdman got out of all that. They didn't do anything to Birdman. Yeah, that was one of those catfishing girls. You know, another yeah. That was that 7-footer, the big druggie, played with Denver. He actually, didn't get good at basketball till late. Chris something, Anderson. Yeah, so it is competitive there as lawyers.
Oh yeah, but when he finished law school, my brother, you already had him lined up to hire him.
Oh yeah.
He had a German law firm hire him up right away.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What were they doing? Negotiating contracts and stuff?
Mostly shopping plazas, apartment buildings,
Okay.
and that sort of thing.
Huh. Now, does he specialize, your brother?
Yeah, in contracts and
Oh, still.
no, he's retired now.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he retired a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Now, do you have the lawyers there have big billboards and advertise on TV about car wrecks? You've been in a car wreck and stuff like that?
Yeah, they have those.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and we have a lot of advertisements for paralegals too.
Oh, okay.
Get you off your ticket.
Yeah, right. Now, do they have private detectives over there?
Yeah, they do, but it's not a real huge thing, I don't think, unless you need one. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
I told you I did paralegal for a while.
Yeah.
In my early 20s.
Now, was that for your brother?
Well, he got me going, and then I did it for a few firms, and mostly pushing paper and evicting people and finding people for divorce cases. I remember I sat out and waited once for a woman to come home, her residence, only to find out she was home the whole time and living in the rear of the building. And I had her place staked out, waiting to serve her with her divorce papers. And I was told that she didn't want to get them. Yet when I got there, she was with her daughter, and they both cheered when I brought the papers to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
And
Now, that construction thing, was that with other family members?
My company?
Yeah.
When we first started it, it was with my father and my brother.
Oh, okay.
And then my father retired fully. He had been working for a private firm in Toronto, and he was a foreman. And then he retired and went into business with my brother and I. And then we carried on like that until he retired. My father retired, and then I carried on with my brother. And then my brother and I separated at some point, and we both took a certain amount. We divided up the projects, and we went into business for ourselves.
Okay. Now, that's another brother.
That's not the lawyer. That's the brother. That's the contractor.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
I have a brother that's a contractor also, like me.
Yeah. Is he still doing it?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. How's business?
Really good. That's why he can't seem to stop. But he's slowing down. He's a few years. He's 6 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
So it's he wants to slow down too and do some other things. He likes golfing a lot and traveling and that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you'd say your economy's doing well.
I'd say so. I mean, if right now if you're not working, there's a like if you're a contractor and you're not working, there's a
Yeah.
reason for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a housing boom going on up here. They're crying for new housing, and they can't build it fast enough.
Really?
Yeah, there's so many new Canadians coming in, and so many Canadians now without a home that they've declared it a crisis.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. But aren't homes like crazy expensive there?
Yeah.
So how are they gonna fix that part?
I don't know. I'm not a
Government programs?
politician. I don't know what they have planned to do about this because it seems insane to get your starter home and it's $1.5 million.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I don't see how it'd be possible.
even with dual family income,
Yeah.
it would still be to crunch the numbers. I don't think it. I don't know how young people do it today.
No, I don't get it either. It's crazy. They'll never pay it off. I mean, if you don't have a family helping you or something.
Well, now the trend is a lot of you're getting multi-families living in one home.
Huh.
To,
Yeah, it
to,
surprises me.
to get over this, multiple
Yeah.
families are buying
Yeah,
one
right.
home
Yep.
and paying them off.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I like when I bought my first home, it was 132,000. That same home now sells for 900,000.
Yeah. Yep. Nuts.
It is.
Yeah, it's like that over here too. You can't get like a starter home is like impossible. That's 400 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see how. I guess they're just not going to own anything,
Well, Toronto is very expensive. You go to some of these smaller cities like London,
Yeah.
it's a little cheaper. The smallest city I live in,
Yeah.
it's a little cheaper than Toronto. The houses are cheaper. But that's going up too because of the new plants that are going in. There's a electric battery plant going in, and Amazon just opened a huge facility. So
Oh, okay.
that's
They've been laying off over here.
Wow.
You order stuff from them once in a while?
Amazon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass though because
Yeah, it is. Especially if you got to sign for it. I could see how they wiped everybody out though. I mean, the stuff is cheaper on there.
it is. I mean,
Crazy.
you get bargain prices for a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I've been staying up too damn late, man. Feel like shit the whole day.
What time is it? I
12,
gotta
20,
watch.
12, 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You want to carry on? Start one up on yours?
No, I feel a little fatigued myself today. I think it's been a long day for me today. I'm going to hit the sack myself,
All right.
put on my rain noises, and crash out to the sounds of thunder.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try something different tonight. Maybe I'll try snow,
Yeah, there you go.
right?
Yeah.
Or another good one is shore.
Oh, really?
Ocean, yeah, the shore of an ocean.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
They got a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
You never tried it?
Yeah, I usually put a fan on.
Oh, so you like white noise?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, a lot of people. I was surprised that a lot of people do that when I noticed it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Rather than
You see the views on some of those.
yeah. So,
Yep.
but yeah. Okay,
All
man.
right.
Thanks, Tom.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you this week. Hey, Sharon.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
night, Sharon. Conan. Good night, Jeannie, Frisky, Lucid. Oh, Frisky and Lucid, it's still early where they're at. They probably think everybody signs off too early. Hi, Penny.
Where are they in the California?
Yeah, out west. Yeah. Yep. California and Denver. Yeah. They went the wrong way when they were making YouTube prints.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good day tomorrow.
You too, Tom. Take care, pal.
All right. Take care, you guys.
I don't know how to sign off of this
Yeah,
thing.
I'll do it. I'll get it.
All right.
Should do it. Let's see. Oh, right here. All right. Good night, you guys. Have a good night. Oh, I got to do this first. I don't shut this off sometimes.